Region 6, but in even here in Cebu. And I know for a fact that sa Siargao sa kuno, purti sa kanong daghana, sa Surigao, daghan sa kuno kayong incidents of HIV tungod sa, I guess, all of the international tourists that visit the place. And that's all there is as far as national news is concerned. And we'll give you the local headlines in a bit. Ang atong hisgutan karong buntaga sa ato ang mag-anisay ta Sugbo is kanang syudad sa Sugbo ba? Ang atong pinalanggang syudad sa Sugbo. Ganahan mo maglakaw-lakaw diri? Will Cebu ever be a walkable city? What are your thoughts on that? Magbaklay ta.
Bay, kilaay ko sa balay. Ipagkamang hagad bugla at nawalay. Undangay atong pitaka magnipis, atong tsinelas mahilis. Pinuntagay ni Bay, wala ni uli ay. Bisan asa man, patalagan. Way di mabasta magkuyog ang duha. Kung mahurot na ang liti, di na ta makasakay. Magpatlay lang ta guys. Kung mamis tatas argaw, kwaon di ka sa Bulakaw. Pero kung ditos palamban, manungkat tas talamban. Ayaw lang sa inayawan, masing masugatan. Tas akong ex, I don't wanna talk about it, man. Isan asaman, malupad ang lagan. May di mabasta magkuyot ang duha. Kung mahurot na ang liti, di na ta makasakay. Magbaklay lang ta guys. Ilang ta ko? Kantaw ta kantaw. Usa, duha, tulo, magkita ta sa korordo. Upat, lima, puno, pagkasun na tumpulon. Pito, walo, siya. Taysa murag ning lapas ta guys. Balik ta baking. Usa, duha, tulo, agilang ta sa mabulo. Upat, lima, puno, kaysa pa sa mag-inom. Pito, walo, siyam, hubog na kayot ang tanan. Ika na po, urot na nato ang Binoy. Bisan asaman, malupad talagan. Way di mabasta magkuyot ang luha. May di mamurot na ang liliw, di na lang makasagay. Magbaklay lang ta, gaya. Magbaklay lang ta, gaya. Baklay lang ta guys.
So ganahan mo magbaklay lang tabay sa syudad sa Sugbo. Is Cebu City ever going to be a walkable city? Is there a possibility or mga tug na lang ta? What do you think? What are your thoughts on that topic? Ganahan mo maglakaw-lakaw sa syudad sa Sugbo karong buntaga purti ra bang inita? Unsa man tan-aw ninyo? Is that doable or what? There's so many pros and cons to this conversation. Ganahan ko nga ato nang tukion rong tibuok buntag antud alas 12. What are your thoughts on that? I'd like your inputs on that matter. Okay, my name is Jiggy Juice. You're listening to Top of the Morning. I'm just waiting for my partner, Justine. Right now, mo ni kani ang headline sa Sunstar Cebu. Rice prices rise by 50 pesos per sack. Uy, sabi na ko, 20 pesos na lang ang kilo sa bugas. During these lean months of June, July, and August, there is no harvest. The market experienced a noticeable decline in locally harvested rice supplies in warehouses. Prices of rice are expected to hurt consumers' pockets with increase of 50 pesos per sack due to decreased importation supply, according to the local vendors association. So, in-increase di ay by 50 pesos per sack. Pinako ang presyo ni per kilo. Okay? Erwin Gokong, Chief Executive and former Chairman of the Cebu Market Vendors Multi-Purpose Cooperative based in Carbon Public Market, Cebu City, told reporters gahapon that there was an average price increase by as high as 50 pesos per sack in the last 10 days, according to him. He said they expect prices to rise further. Gokong, an official of the Grains Retailers Federation of the Philippines, said that annually there is a price hike on rice per sack during the holidays and Christmas season. However, he stressed there is enough supply of rice which is seen to mitigate the price increase. In comparison to last year, this is still much cheaper, according to Gokong. The price was partly attributed to the decrease in imports of factoring in the country's two harvest seasons. He explained during the lean months, which have no harvest, particularly in June, July, and August, the market felt the depletion of the harvest rice supplies in the warehouse. Mo ka na nga to ang local headlines sa Sunstar Cebu. If you want to read the full story, please get a copy of Sunstar. Ato ang takna karon alas 8:33. Don't forget, please join us on the chat group on YouTube at Tops Media Center. Join us in our conversation, I think, which is very important. Ang ato ang topic kanong buntaga, which is Ganahan ba mo maglakaw-lakaw nganhi sa Syudad sa Sugbo. Do you think that Cebu City will ever be a walkable city? What are your thoughts on that matter? Let me know. Text 0999-887-6070. Please let me know your thoughts on that matter. Will Cebu ever be a walkable city? Labi na sa ato mga senior citizens. Walakon ninyo sila diri. Purting inita, purting abuga. Ha? Nga purting yung kuyawa. What do you think? This is Aggressive Audio. Senior citizen. Ngani lang sa pinakasubuanon nga stasyonan sa tibok kalibutan. 105.1 TMC, the most Cebu.
So right now we're here, figuring out what's the next step. And thank you so much, Judy, for
What do you say you're trying to figure out? What's next? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Do you think there's a thing na may usap na magkaka? Imong the panita na you cannot put your words on it, that you can quite put your finger on it, or you already know it's just a matter of the how to get there. What's up, what's up? Even got, but you're still trying to figure things out.
Actually, for sure, martial arts is really this is really pressure us because we have to find out now what's happening. Like, oh my god, everyone's getting married. Pressure's at the gamay. Everyone's out there.
One 105.1 TMC, the most Cebu music, aggressive audio, and ang tigulang that one actually is called Senior Citizen. Our mornings just got more real. That's right, folks. More local, more organic, closer to home. Ang atong mga hisgutan, ang atong mga tukar nga ipatukar, mga kanta ang atong ipatukar, it's just more real, more organic, more closer to home. 105.1 TMC. I've got some great, speaking of great news, na ako'y manindot nga balita, especially those that are thinking of buying furniture. This one is for you. Yes, you, sir. Yes, you, ma'am. There's a sale at Living in Style. It's called the Mega Year-End Sale, and it's bigger than ever. It's happening, but only until December 15. Very limited time only. So you better head on down to the second level of the Park Mall. That's where Living in Style is. Get up to 50% off on select furniture. Upgrade your living room, transform your bedroom, or revamp your dining area for 50% off. Visit Living in Style at the second level of the Park Mall, Mandaue City from 7 a.m. or rather from 10 a.m. Until 7 p.m. And you can go online at livinginstyle.store. But wait, there's more. Shop in store for a chance to win exciting giveaways. Don't miss this incredible opportunity to save big and end the year in style. Hurry on down to Living in Style, where elegance meets unbeatable value. That's right, folks. Living in Style at the second level of the Park Mall, Mandaue City. Once again, atong hisgutan karong buntaga sa atong mag-anisay ta Sugbo Ganahan Ka Mag Lakaw2 sa Syudad sa Sugbo is Cebu ever going to be a walkable city? Or is that really just a dream? Damgora baka na nato. Madili gid mahitabo. What do you think? What are your thoughts on that matter? I'd like to know. Sincerely would like to know. I have my thoughts on that matter. Nana ko in fact, dugay na ko hisgot anang butanga. And I'd like to know what you think about that. In fact, I've tried walking in Cebu many times. There was a time nag-eksperimento ko nga every after work nagsulub lang ko og kaning mask and then my shades and then my hoodie so to protect my hair and my eyes and my breathing. Kay grabe man gyud kay kaabog, grabe kay kainit kumulakaw-lakaw kay narong orasa, right? So I was able to do it, and it's win-win because number one, you save. Actually, there's so many pluses nga kung maglakaw-lakaw ka Syudad sa Sugbo. Number one, you save, right? Because you don't have to use your car, meaning to say you save on gasoline and all of the maintenances that is required if and when you ride your car, right? Number two, you exercise, right? Grabe man ka nindot nga exercise ang paglakaw, right? And number three, you're actually saving the environment because you don't have any carbon footprints. Wala man kay sakyanan nga mag emit og fumes gikan sa burning of fossil fuel, right? And all of that stuff. So there's so many pluses kung maglakaw-lakaw ka sa siyudad sa Sugbo. And I can go on and on, right? But I'd like to know your thoughts on that matter. Okay, ganahan mo maglakaw-lakaw sa siyudad sa Sugbo. Is Cebu ever going to be a walkable city? Or let's just forget about that. What do you think? Because the government is actually doing a lot of things and spending millions of pesos to make Cebu a walkable city. But I'd like to know your thoughts on that matter.
Yo,
Sigil tag-istorya na, is this a topic that just goes on and never ends?
so 1-5 on and on, it's felony, yo.
Or are we on to something?
Sa puntag ni mata ko para school, ligodaan to trash, aron ignon ko og cool. Giit sa
Ang basura mura ko si Jordan Poole. Ang vibes kay baby partner sa Istanbul. Pag international lang ihatag nga para sa inyo. Ambag-ambag na sunata. Mga granada naging basta sa akong bulsa. Kung may kwarta, walang may pala ang bitaka. Sa tangala ko nakawali sinensyo na song. Nitinugot niyan, uy, wapakoy kaon. Why kalimutan nga na-bound ko og footlong. Sugat ko ang ana siya. Life goes on, life goes on. Each and every day. Life goes on. No matter what you say. Life goes on. Each and every day. Life goes on. No matter what you say. On and on, yeah. Listen to my soundtrack. Recollecting all the big for every man. I'm a mellow when I'm hanging in my zone. Trying to break my ears with the banging of my headphones. Todo lang, dili ako sa eskwelahan. Ano man, sa lugar na dagay kong nakakauna. Tagay na naman, aton mawala na ang buwan. Kulang usan, bigay para sa kukupian. Bounce pinalaki, kailangan na mo go home. I can feel my legs, man, I'm so stoned. Gipugos, nagla, ang mata, nga buwa, patay ko ani. Masapan ko ni mama, kaagi og tindahan ni palit ko og fresh. Licha ka joke, ako puto, i-refresh. Nevertheless, nalinga ko, I'm impressed. Recess, sa best na test, dili ang ay ma-depressed. Despite being stressed, impressed, always do your best. Look on the bright side, man, lift up your chest. When you're morning the night, or your night the morning. Dark days may come, but there will be a silver lining. Job goes on and on, the sun is shining. Everybody turning up, everyone is smiling. Raise your drinks up high, cause we fucking celebrate. Raise your hands up high, yeah, we fucking elevate. And life goes on.
Of them. Now, if you don't
Every day, life goes on, no matter what you say. Life goes on each and every day. Life goes on, no matter what you say. Life goes on and on. We die on and on. Life goes on and on. We die on and on. Life is special and life is gold. Dili ang ay magbili, steady lang ang soul. Saying kasi on the road, you gotta get your own. The rap was I'm speaking, you gotta make thinking. Still in the making, but in my mind sing. Doing my fucking missions is the life that I envision. Take a lot day by day like it's a fucking celebration in relation. Never get too hard on yourself, you need to let it go. And just let life flow, free the spirit. Pero bukid lang no limit. Laos na sa bato para walay dagang storya. Bawat realidad gamit ang sensibilya. Inom dayon og tubig akong uto kay chill na. Suoto na akong earphones, ready na mo hinga. Trolling in my mind, gipiyong ang mata. Luwai ang barahan, yan itindak ang kanina. Pagkang mong tanan sa life ko natural. I'm a different breed, lahit ko na. Animals, we like Eminem, we can call me Marshall. Personal original, God is immortal. Life goes on each and every day. Life goes on no matter what you say. Ay pada sa ilusyon, ikaw rin yun sa imuhang emosyon. Ay pada sa ilusyon, ikaw rin yun sa imuhang emosyon. Pada yun.
It's the season of giving, and we're giving you mega savings at Cebu Home and Dealer Center Mega Year-End Sale. Get ready for mega discounts on everything you need for your dream space. From stylish tiles to durable hardware to stunning lighting and kitchen essentials, we've got discounts you won't want to miss. Prices are slashed down across the board. 15% off on most DIY and houseware products. 20% off on all lighting fixtures. And up to 15% discount on select tiles and toilet and bath items. And there's more. Get an additional 2% off on our Sunday special. Whether you're building, renovating, or selling, this is the best time to get more for less. Visit any of our Sugbo and Dealer Center branches in Manila, Magmahal, and Bacalso, Consolacion, Rita, Carcar, Toledo, and enjoy mega deals all season long. Don't miss out or in and shop the mega year-end sale from November 15 to December 15, 2024, and experience the joy of savings. Cebu Home and Dealer Center, where your dream home comes to life. See you there. Retail fair to approve our auction. CEB 884 series of 2024.
Boy, ani ako great news for everyone, especially among all you Cebu music aficionados, among fans of Cebu music. I don't know if you remember this name, but I sure do, especially during the early years of Cebu music, back in the 80s and the 90s, even the early 2000s. I'm talking about Mr. Mel Libre. Excuse me. So he has a new collab with no less than Troy Digamo of 40, the band, together with Jameson Tenorio. So we have a brand new song with a group. They call themselves Sunog. That's right. And they have a new song out. It's called Kayud Lang. This is the first new recording of Troy Digamo that I've ever heard in like decades. So this is something new. So I can't wait to play it on the air and share it to everyone. Once again, we have a brand new song that we're about to play anytime now. Okay? It's a collaboration featuring Troy Digamo, a song composed by Mel Libre and guitar solos by Jameson Tenorio. So that's coming up soon. Stay tuned, okay? Ato ang takna karon, it is now 48 minutes after 8. Maing buntag.
Ubo ng anak, nakababahala, baka plema. Para dyan, Plemex for Kids ang pambato ko. Ang Plemex for Kids ay gawa sa lagundi, tinutunaw at pinalalabas ang plema. Ginhawa para sa bata, peace of mind para kay mommy. Camille Bratsiambal po, nag-flex for Plemex. Nagbatay lagundi, Plemex!
Phoenix Blue Whales, generic legal Plex for kids. Symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Mommies, agad ang ubo at plemang nakabara. Pambatang lagundi, Plemex!
Are you in need of custom-made print for your products? Or thinking how to grow your business? Make your brand outstand in the market. Twin B Print Ads, your partner in print advertising, can think out of the box that suits your budget. From your personalized brand to retail or any commercial needs, Twin B Print Ads can deliver. Experience the latest technology in printing and the first in the Visayas. Talk to your print engineers today. Go to www.twinbprints.com to know more about us. Twin B Print Ads, the print engineer.
Hi, ako si Crystal Buena, basta ka-virtual assistant ug model. Being a working mom is not easy, especially having a special child kay ka-require sab sila og special care. Pero, nakaya na ko. Well, thanks to MSD capsule na verified with alpha, beta, o gamma nutrients, kauban ang pag-exercise o proper diet. MSD helps me accomplish my daily activities. MX3, diri ko bilib! Mahalagang paalala, ang MX3 capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Kada adlaw pagbantay kay manghatag niyo 105 pesos in GCash. Just log on to Top Media Center on Facebook. Wait for a surprise post for the instructions. Follow and win 105 pesos. Simply log on to the official Facebook page of 105.1 TMC at Top Media Center. Follow and win.
Top of the morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi guys, how are you? Oh my god, very sunny. Adjust this. Alright. Okay. Hi Bert.
Over 2,000 feet closer to heaven and tops 105.1 TMC.
Ooh. Yeah, it's only Bert here, no?
Good morning.
Morning Jiggy, how are you?
I'm intensely busy.
With the song, arranging them? Shanghai. Jollibee. Oh yeah, yesterday. Sorry, I wasn't able to message you already, Jiggy. My data is puto. I don't have. Yeah, as you know, my data sucks. So when I left, I was like, oh, you had a meeting when it says. I went right away because my driver was already here too. Shanghai. Jollibee. Jiggy, if it's okay, I'll leave earlier today. I'll leave at like 11 because they scheduled a special class of like 1:30. So, ano ba? Keep up with the finals. Nagdali-dali na sila.
Which one's your headphone? Which one's your? Let's try it.
This one is...
Listen good. Off, on, off, on.
Wala. No sound.
This one.
That's the one.
Okay.
Here.
So that means. Say.
It was just me being deaf. That's the one.
One to 5.1 TMC kanan yung manok, baho, o iti.
Ite.
Palihog in town.
Palihog. Tabune.
O carton.
Ay, nako.
Mayong bungkag ni mo diya, Justin.
Hi, Jiggy. Top of the morning. Hi
How-
to all our listeners.
How are you doing post Racal Jimenez
Oh my
jam,
God.
log jam?
You know, after we spoke about that, wala ko nagtanaw sa mga news, kadaghang bag drama with that. So,
Yeah.
wala na ko nag-check og updates kung naunsa ba ka si Maurice, if they've probably had a reply or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, ikaw, did your phone, did that kind of news keep blowing up and keep blowing up on your phone pa?
No, but I ask everybody about what they're talking about, right? We're talking about it like everybody that I know, and
What they say.
they're talking about that. You know, and some
It's a hot topic.
Some people have more information than others, right?
So, is there anything new that you learned from them that we didn't discuss
Not that I know of.
yesterday?
Not that I know of. It's just banga.
Same thing.
We were talking about how the algorithm of social media works, right? And how we have relinquished and have digitalized our lives, right? And all of that stuff. So wala na tayo atong own
Personal life.
Personal lives niya ato ang mga kaigsunan nato. They are mostly posting all of their social lives online, right?
And like you said,
kita we are like thrust into this into this topic, not because we want to talk about it, not because not because kaning mo ni ang ato ang pinaka-importante nga topics nga hisgutan,
Okay.
but that's what's thrust in front of us, right? Do you
It's
understand?
thrown at us.
Do you understand? For example, Manggod, imagine this. You're in a place o niya ang mga newspapers tanan ang hisgutan kay kani nga topic. Dili ka
So you can't not
ma-curious.
talk about it.
Di ka ma-curious. Dili ka mahibong anong kani mga gistorya nila, right?
kaniman ang kanang
Oh.
headline.
So imagine a world. Okay, I want you to imagine a world, Justine, and everyone
Okay.
listening to us right now. Imagine a world nga inig-adto nimo sa kaning we're talking about the pre-digital world, ha. Imagine a world nga inig-adto nimo sa imong let's just say coffee shop or sa imong eskwelahan, Justin, or sa imong trabahoan, right? Ang iniglabay nimo, padung nimo dito ang headlines
Puro.
usara ka butang. This and this alone. For example, right? So you can't help but talk about it, right? Do
Yeah.
you understand what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I think
So we are actually nudged into talking about
certain topic.
stuff like this, right? So even though we're a local radio station that we're supposed to
Yeah.
talk about local stuff, but even though the locals are talking about this particular
Yeah.
stupid topic, I would say it's a stupid topic.
Yeah, to be honest.
in many ways, right?
Yeah.
Because there are more important and more pressing things, like you
Yeah.
said, like we talked about yesterday. There is the Korean coup d'état, right?
Yeah.
Which is important.
The impeachment of their president.
Not because it's about a foreign place, but it's about something that here in Cebu we have experienced. Martial law wasn't too long ago, right?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
So there is a topic that's very pressing, very important, that's going on in some part of the world that we can totally relate, and we should be fearful for, and we should be observant about,
And yet-
because it happened to us
Before.
not too long ago. So yet we're talking about that. We're talking
And
about
yet we're spending time to talk about Maurice Racal and
what's his-
Jam.
and Jam
And
and-
what's his Anthony Jennings.
yes,
diba?
and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
but like you mentioned, it's unavoidable because to keep up with the times, you have to understand what unsay mga uso, unsay mga kanang mga
no, we could have avoided it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we
kog tuyoon.
it was our choice to talk about that, because, like I said, that's what's being talked about everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And for you to not join in the conversation is to be out of touch.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Exactly.
ang among gibuhat gahapon, pardon us, okay, if you feel like we were talking about something that's totally and completely a lol topic, right?
Yeah.
We wanted to talk about that because that's what the ether was talking about, and then we just had to insert what we really wanted to talk about. So kada buntaga akong gi-insert,
Kani, now we've got a topic.
Whether you like it or not, okay? Whether you still want to talk about what's his face and what's her name, right?
About Maurice Racal
and
and,
Anthony Jennings
and
Jam.
Jam.
I don't even know
Okay.
the family name of Jam.
Villanueva.
Right? Villanueva, right? So I'm going to talk about something else, okay?
Okay, no
Ganahan ko
problem.
makisgota og Cebu being a walkable city. Ganahan ba mo maglakaw-lakaw sa syudad sa Sugbo? Okay, this is a very specific question to the mga Sugboano nako nga mga igsoon, mga atong mga amigo, mga amiga nga nagpuyo diri sa syudad sa Sugbo, okay? Or has business or has family here in the city of Cebu. Do you want to walk in the streets of Cebu? Or is this something that is just a pipe dream? Kana bitong sige na tag-istorya-istorya but wa
Yeah, it would be nice to
ba?
walk around, but no one
Yeah.
actually does it, no?
Well, actually, I actually did try to walk Cebu, right?
Okay.
There was a time as a
Asang
social
area?
experiment, I walked sa Banilad area na good. So what I did was I wore good shoes. First of all, importante,
Perfect.
good shoes,
Okay.
rubber shoes, right? And I wore long pants, right? Of course.
Okay.
And then this is pre-pandemic. I wore a mask
Okay.
because of the dust, and I had like shades, and then I had a hoodie.
Hoodie,
A hoodie
okay.
to protect my hair, right?
Or maybe a cap.
Okay, I had a hoodie.
Okay.
So, someone said, so naglakaw-lakaw ko, and it wasn't bad. The problem lang is I was sweating. I was sweating.
It wasn't bad. I was just drenched in sweat.
No, I wasn't drenched in sweat because I'm not the sweaty type.
Oh,
but
okay,
wala ko
okay.
nag...
Just like a hoodie?
Yeah. So, kaning... it was fine, but it wasn't great. You know what I mean? So, of
Okay.
course, I was walking like at this time. So,
Yeah.
putting inita yun, right?
So snako.
So I'd like to know your thoughts on that matter.
Yeah.
Naatay mga tubag na early according to Bea, nindot unta ilakaw-lakaw sa syudad pero init kayo ang Cebu
Init, good.
para mabuhat na. Naay mga timpo nga nindot ilakaw ra labi na kibaw ka walay kaparkingan or duol ra imong lakton para magdala ka og auto. So yeah, that's true. There are instances
It's just too far.
that I'd rather walk. So pwede rin mo i-park imong sakyanan somewhere and then you can just walk the short distance. Because if you think about it, for example, naamon ko yung mga silingan sa Kanduman nga ilahang mga anak nag-eskwela sa Ateneo, right? Unya, purti ra gyud ang duula.
Yeah.
That's so freaking... It's probably less than a kilometer. Probably
And-
like a kilometer.
It'd be so traffic for you to just get in the car and musud pa ka.
Purti sang trafika ng lugar
Grabe
niya.
kayo.
Pero magsakay gipon sila silang sakyanan.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because that
Yeah.
place mo guys, number
You
one,
can't really walk.
kanang area diya, nanay na kang factory, baho. Baho na siya diya. Niya pag human nasay, kung mag-uwan, naay
Lapok, ayo.
puddles of, dili man lapok, pero naay puddles of mud. Puddles of water, I'm sorry, because mura ang simento diya, dili sa patag bitaw.
Yeah, and actually, there's no sidewalk there. There isn't really a sidewalk
Exactly,
sa
there's no
Kanduman.
sidewalk to walk also.
So you have to like timingon yung mga way sakyanan.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not a very walkable area,
Yeah, that's
no?
not a walkable area right there. Pero importante na siyang lugar diha because dool man og eskwelahan, di ba? And I think that's also important because one of the main causes of traffic early in the morning is mga eskwelahan man, di ba?
Mga eskwelahan,
We were talking
yeah.
about how there should be a kind of penalty and a reward for schools that cause traffic. Because number one, negosyo ng eskwelahan, di ba? It's a business. So you're making money off of the city, right? Off
Yeah,
of
yeah.
inhabitants of the city.
Yeah.
So I think it's important that you have a responsibility because you're making money to make sure that you don't add to the inconvenience, right? Of course.
Yeah, yeah, for everyone else.
You cannot help it, but now you traffic, eh?
Yeah.
Kay daghan kong tao nga mo adto sa inyong lugar good, sa inyong negosyo good, di ba? So matraffic yun na siya. So I think it's important to make that route walkable because kana mangong mga parents good, myself included, that's the
Okay.
reason why I now live in Kanduman.
Yeah.
Initially was because my kids go to school in the area, right? So strategic man ang mga parents, dili man nabugo ang mga parents, right? So ganahan sila mupuyo og lugar nga duol sa
Close.
eskwelahan silang anak because they understand the inconvenience of traffic, the inconvenience of transporting your kids from one point
To
to
another,
another, right?
okay.
So magpuyo sila doon pero kung mahimo unta kung pwede pa lang malakaw,
Kung malakwan unta, yeah.
lakwon gyud na namo, but dili man
Exactly.
mahimo kay
There's no sidewalk, the road, no.
yeah, is littered with factories of baho and all of that stuff, right? Kung maglakaw-lakaw, there's an area there padung sa Ateneo nga murag medyo baho gyud guys tanan. And number 3, there's no sidewalk.
There's no sidewalk.
Yeah.
There's really no sidewalk.
Yeah, so-
Grabe kaayo ang
Yeah.
ang lapok.
So I think we also have to be strategic in making walkable areas
Areas.
of Cebu, right? And I think magunhuna jud unsa may makakos og traffic kanang mga eskwelahan
Okay.
nga kaning padung og eskwelahan or
Okay.
padung og pamuhi,
Yeah.
right?
Dismissal and so early sa morning. Okay.
Kanang, let's just say kanang mga places where people congregate, let's say mga trabahoan, di ba?
Okay.
Kanang we also have to make that walkable kanang mga simbahan.
Yeah.
We should also make that walkable.
Churches, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
naman yung mga especially kanang First Friday and all of that stuff, right? I try to avoid with all of my might going to the area where Santo Niño is on Fridays,
yes,
right?
yes.
But I need to go there on
Yeah.
Fridays sometimes, right? But most of the time, if I can help it, I want to go there on other days because
Yeah.
grabe yung kanang
Grabe
tao
kayang
gid
traffic.
ang sa Santo Niño, right? So lain po na siya. Nga, it's important to be strategic when you want to make your streets walkable. According to
Yeah.
Bert, depende kuno sa lugar. Ang ako rang nakitaan nga klaro nga luwas lakwan sukad sa nilabay nga katuigan maura gud ang Osmeña Boulevard gikan sa eskina duol sa Basilica Minore de Santo Niño lahos na ngadto sa Capitol. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true, right? If you think about it, pwede rin ang malakaw. Can you imagine that? That's a very
Long stretch.
distance, right? That's probably like I imagine siguro mga 8 kilometers, less than 10 kilometers, maybe mga 8
Less
to
than
10 kilometers.
Oo.
Pwede rin yun malakaw. But do people do that?
Not really.
Oh,
no.
of course not. In fact, yeah, I'm guilty of that now because I have so much business in the city, especially diyang lugara. Unya, di ko maglakaw. Yeah, I complain about no parking.
Yeah. Having no place to park.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but still I insist on riding. I don't know why.
Using your vehicle, gyapon.
Because I think I've already found parking.
Yeah.
Because I've already
Actually,
I've already strategically found parking.
Nowhere to park, more or less.
Yeah. So nakakita na mo kog parking, so that's why I guess I'm more,
You'll still insist to bring a car.
I'm still I am more confident nga nara ko yung maparkingan. Pero magbagot-bot ko pirmi oy. And I could have just walked that area.
Yeah,
Right?
kung tuyoon, pwede
Because I'm
namang
such an
gitna.
idiot and I'm not. I should try walking to that area over there from Capitol all the way to City Hall. Maybe I'll have I'll arrive in better shape than when I'm driving because grabe, like kahapon for example.
We should try that.
Kahapon lang. I don't know if you're aware of this. They were lighting the Christmas tree of Osmeña Boulevard. Was it yesterday? Or was it the other day?
I think the other day.
The other day.
Sa Fuente.
Yeah, so
Oo.
putik sang trafika ng area. Yeah, but we were warned about that though. How about you, Justin? What do you think about that?
To be
Is
honest,
Cebu City a walkable city? Will it ever be a walkable city?
I think some areas in Cebu City are walkable. In particular, I really like the area of Redemptorist.
Okay.
And ang dapit dito sa Fuente, I really like that area sa baseline. I feel like it's very walkable because there's so many trees and they provide a lot of shade. Ang problem lang is outside of that area. Banilad in itself, I think is walkable too. There are proper sidewalks,
Okay.
but for the most part of Cebu, I don't think it's very walkable. There are a lot of areas nga dili pa kayo shaded. So yeah, number one, enemy for me is ang init good.
Ang init.
No, makalipong
Yeah.
sad no.
Correct.
I have low iron so usahay when it gets too hot malipong sad gid ko no sa ano. So that's always the enemy number one. Aside from the
uwan.
smoke and
The
everything.
uwan, and the uwan, of course.
Ulan pod and
Kung
then
mag-uwan, di ba?
yeah, and then the roads itself are not that walkable to the point na
Okay.
you always have to choose the right shoes.
Correct.
Kaya you wear the wrong pair and you can already be sure nga you'd probably leave the heel
Okay.
behind in one
Okay.
in one of the roads. So yeah, for the most part.
Nay, nanawag na to. Please just text because we're still talking. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, for the most part, I don't think Cebu is a walkable city, but it can be a walkable city.
Really?
No?
Okay, you're talking about you're talking about the weather now, huh? And how do you control that factor, that the heat factor, for example? So
But the roads in itself, but wala, not a lot of areas
so
have
are you,
proper sidewalks.
Are you suggesting that kung naay sidewalks, kung naay proper sidewalks,
And shade.
you will walk?
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
shade, right?
And shade. Because
Okay.
like my favorite area to walk around, no, I would say Redemptorist to baseline kanang area nga Fuente because it's kind of shaded. Daghang kay trees.
Correct.
So it's
And
shaded.
Sa may
There's a-
STC, sa may STC, right?
Yes,
Okay.
and they have
Okay.
a proper and wide sidewalk.
Okay,
So
okay.
I think if most parts of Cebu were like that, nga na ay shade, na ay sidewalk, then it would be a lot more walkable.
Because I was listening to our mayor Raymond Alvin Garcia not too long ago. Ningon siya nga, most cities of the world are now creating cities that are pro walking instead of pro cars, right? So I'm curious what that means. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Because we all see all of these, like on video, especially countries like Sweden and
Yeah.
and where's that? New Zealand and
Yeah.
maybe
Actually-
Switzerland. Kanang mga makita
Yeah.
kanilang magbisiklita
Yeah.
sila. But see the thing is their weather is nice, right? Nice to bike, right? At least sometimes.
Yeah, but-
Sometimes of the year, if it's not snowing too hard or raining too hard.
Yeah, but speaking of weather, I do remember sa mga tourist spots around. I visited Malaysia last August, and I remember around Suria or dapit sa center grid of Kuala Lumpur where naa dito ang Twin Towers and all that, where their tourist spots are mostly. The sidewalks are wide,
Okay.
and in a few meters in every sidewalk, there's always like a parking nanan for the electric. Or dili siya e-bike, Jiggy. It's like an e-scooter that people can rent.
Okay.
So it's not only a walkable city, but it's also an area where you can bring scooters and other kanang forms of like manual transportation. Nga na ba? So I would say if it's not really about the weather because they pretty much have the same weather as us, but everyone's walking there. If they're not taking Grab, ang uso dito is mag-scooter manggid sa sidewalk.
Okay.
Because their sidewalks are wide and they have space for that and you can rent it in almost every pinaka-meters na ay rentananan ana niya imo lang i-return ang scooter something like that. So how come kita
Where's this again?
in Kuala Lumpur?
Kuala Lumpur, okay.
Sa Malaysia. So then if it's about the weather, kay pareha ra manggid ta og weather nila.
Kanang murag,
It's so init
tropical,
pero,
right?
Yeah, but people walk at night.
Nakainom-dum ko ba when I was a kid, not too long ago. Nag-strike.
Okay.
Nag-strike, like a transport strike.
Okay.
And medyo gubot man na, so people don't usually also use their cars. Kaya kan mga protesters and all of that stuff. Nakinumdum ko, naglakaw-lakaw ko.
Ni-apil ka?
Nilakaw ko ba? Kaya,
okay.
Wa may sakyanan.
Okay.
Right? And then it was fine.
Yeah. Where was this? Which area?
From Guadalupe all the way to like far away. I can't remember. Maybe all the way to Santo Niño, right?
And walking was fine.
Yeah, and then I remember also katong pag bagyo, there was a grouping sila to nga walay nakaagi nga sakyanan kay daghang kay mga kahoy nga nag-ali sa kadalanan sa syudad sa Sugbo. We also walked around.
Yeah.
And it was fine too, right? So there are instances when it's really okay to walk, and part of that I think also is culture. Cultural na ba nga we're namgoy lugar yun nga ang ilang kultura is really like a car driving culture.
Yeah.
My example here is the United States. Like for example, California has a car culture.
Yeah.
Right, and New York is like a
Train
culture, right, or walking culture,
walking
right?
culture.
Okay, California is such a huge state.
Several highways put and
Yeah,
ano.
and they have so many roads and all of that stuff. And lagyo kayo ang mga lugar. So, sakyanan
far
sila.
apart.
Ang New York is a small state, right?
Everything's close by.
Everything's close by. And they have,
Grabe kasi subway system.
they have a good public transport system, so people just use those, right? So, ang Cebu, I think, in terms of sheer size, I think it's comparable to New York because it's really a small city, right?
Yeah.
So,
It would be ideal for walking, supposedly.
Yes, supposedly. But I think, manggod, in our culture, manggod, luya ni Justino. I think we talked about this before. Naglako-lakaw na Justin. Padong sa tops, luya ninyo.
Oh, nilakaw ra ka? Hala, nilakaw ra ka? Why did you just take this and that?
So, you know what I mean?
Okay.
What do you think of that? What do you think of the cultural aspect of walking instead of riding your own car?
Yeah, I don't think it's a norm so much anymore. Like to walk to school, for example. I feel like in Western culture, it's normal for them if they don't take the bus to school or any sort of carpool. It's normal for them to walk to school. But here, I feel like I don't think so. I don't think it's the case, and I think it's because of I would really blame the weather, Jiggy, and the fact that we don't have walkable roads or sidewalks or shade, for that matter. So it makes it quite difficult for people to walk. Like that example you really gave, no, sa Kanduman. If you were to walk the side of the road there, magbantay-bantay gid ka sa mga cars. No, and you'd have to really watch where you're stepping. So, yeah, for the most part, I would say 80% of Cebu 75% is not walkable. Only the super industrialized areas are walkable. IT Park, for example, where there's a lot of condominiums, Banilad.
But my question is, what do you think of the cultural aspect of walking and how people look at you? Because a car, manggod, is a status symbol, right? Right?
Being able to drive a car and being able to,
I mean, like
indicate some sort of like
a social status, right?
Okay.
So kung maglakaw ka, pasabot na.
It's associated with not having enough means. Compared to someone who had who has transportation.
You know what I mean? Because you're an air conditioned car, and you're gonna arrive in one piece, safer, and then you have wala init, you know what I mean? So people look down at people who walk, and that's the cultural aspect of it, because cars have become like a status symbol for our society. Yeah. So
I didn't think of that. Said no, that it really has a cultural aspect. There's this norm attached to that.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that, but it makes sense. No, that for the longest time, walking is associated to be something like as if you don't have enough means to get to even ride transportation at least.
So when you see a friend who walks, you don't say you don't say you're an environmentalist. You go girl, save the planet. you say like
go girl.
Huy, kaning ganahan ka mo sakay? If you see a friend, right? Ganong, are you okay? Like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm
more than okay.
I'm more okay than you idiot, you car driving idiot. Right?
No, that's not the culture.
You know what I mean? So
someone who's walking is always mas luoy kaysa sa kanang naa sa sakyanan.
Nga naman.
Why is that?
Mas luoy man nga. Number one, mas healthy siguro na siya kaya naglakaw-lakaw man siya. She or he has more exercise, right?
Number two, they're saving the planet. This person's not making use of mga fuel.
And he's just decongesting the traffic.
Kana. It's another one.
Right?
Another thing.
Anyway, Zyric Leona sa YouTube, please join us in this conversation.
Majong buntag.
Ang atoang topic karong buntaga sa atoang mag-anisay ta Sugbo is ganahan mo maglakaw-lakaw sa syudad sa Sugbo? Or is that a pipe dream? Do you think Cebu City will ever be a walkable city?
Yeah.
Or kani is just stuff that dreams are made of, mga damgo lang ni nato? According to Zyric Leona, nindot na bahas-bahas dinha sa Sugbo, pero dapat on guard, especially imong mga bags ibutang sa atubangan kay ang mga abtik ug mga kamot. So si Zyric is fearful from snatchers. But to be honest, I'm just being brutally honest. I've never had that problem ever. I've never had a problem with getting mugged or getting snatched and all of that stuff.
Thank God. Fortunately.
Kibaw ka nga, no? Ang mga snatcher manggod, mamili na sila og vulnerable looking. I think this is just my theory, right?
Okay.
So if they see you in running shoes, ayay, basig magukdan ko ani. Do you understand what I'm
Okay,
talking
okay.
about? So you have to look like you have
You
the
can
means.
keep up.
You can keep up with them, right? That's important.
I don't think you also gotta, like, to be honest, if I'm in a place that's super congested, I also try my best not to like wear all the jewelry out. Like,
Oh, yeah, of course,
always
yeah.
try to be careful. I'm not gonna be all flashy
Yeah,
also,
correct,
like
yeah,
as if
correct.
nagmalling ko or
Yeah,
sabang.
yeah.
So maybe that's also why.
Correct, yeah.
You know, and fortunately,
but kung ang nag sulob og kanang pinabaga kayo nga gold necklace, di ba?
Anya, dako kay siya nga tao, for
Dako
example.
kay nga tao niya, nag-rubber shoes pag
Suwaye daw.
Suwaye ko nagkawat ni ba? Do you know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay,
Do you
I think I know
understand what I'm
what you
talking
mean.
about?
Yeah.
So if actually you can, like for example, your cell phone and all of that stuff, they don't get stolen because they know you look like makagukod kanila. In fact, they look like you run faster than them.
Yeah, and I think it also helps to, ironically, people would say if you're passing by a congested area and there's some sketchy looking people around you,
Yeah.
kanang don't keep eye contact.
Yeah,
Pero
correct,
I would
yeah.
say bali.
Yeah.
The more nga magpa-guryo-guryo kuno ka nga, you don't see them. Like for example, okay, don't be judgmental, but
Okay.
nice, natural looking person. Kalay no. Don't be judgmental. That's so mean, but no.
Okay.
There are snatcher looking people around you.
Okay.
The more you're gonna act.
He looks snatchy.
Yeah, snatchy. That sounds so mean. No, but okay, I'm just being realistic. You walk by an area, there's so many snatchy looking people around you.
Okay.
The more na magpretend ka nga you don't see them, the more you're gonna pretend like, oh, I'm gonna walk through and
Okay.
just ignore them. I feel like the more susceptible you are from getting snatchan.
Okay.
Do you agree with that, Jiggy?
Yeah, correct.
So if you keep eye contact with them, you're like letting them know like, oh, I know you're here. Like
Yeah.
I know you're looking at my bag.
I think peligroso nang mag-eye contact ka kay basig mangitag bikil ba?
Kana.
You-
Not for too long though.
Yeah, kana niya. Sakto.
Just enough to let them know ba nga, I know you're there.
Careful mix lang of be aware of their presence
Kana.
and not spending too much time with the eyeballs. Kay kana
Okay, they could also get offended, no? Magtanaw-tanaw ka ba? Ano tanaw mo ka?
Tanaw ka diya. You understand? Huh?
Yeah.
Usually,
Okay, it could cause trouble too.
that has happened to me several times. I just not bother joining the conversation.
What? Someone has actually like
Yeah, nga tanaw
aggressively.
ka. Yeah.
Hala.
And then walang ko like di lang ko mukuan, di lang ko
Ano mo tanaw mo sa kadugay, Jiggy?
di lang ko mutubay. Wala mo tanaw. Good kaning like it was just a glance.
Okay.
But
and someone got offended.
yeah, maybe or they were just probably high or drunk
Okay.
or whatever, right?
Okay, could be.
So-
Or had a bad day.
yeah. So
Yeah.
ana siya so
Patay, Jiggy, I'm the type who really stares because guba man kong mata. So,
So-
there are times I really stare at people
what
to like...
would you do if somebody says, "Mga tanaw mo ka diya, Justin." So man tanaw mo. Waka kailan mo. Tanaw mo ka diya dahil so ito yun mo.
Guba kog mata, te. That's what I would say for real. Ate, guba man gud kog mata, di ko kita. If I'm not wearing my glasses or contacts, then I probably won't be able to see.
Okay.
Like, blurry imong naong, so I'm always trying to make sense of that, and I stare. So,
Okay.
like, guba man gud kog mata,
According
te,
to
please.
this text here from 5426, I agree with Justin, 75% not walkable. Kaya ang mga traditional jeepney kasagaran mubuga og itom nga aso. Mabangga in town sa naglakaw, mabangag, mahangab in town sa maglakaw. So,
What's hangab?
I think ma-inhale sa
okay.
naglakaw. Yeah, so tinod yun na. But naman sa mga panahon gyud nga kinanglan gyud ta maglakaw. For example, kana bitaw mga jeepney kanang mga dagko mga modernized kuno nga mga jeepney kanang mga bus kuno nga ang ilang pagdrive sa mga hinampak pwede mura ra gyapon og kaning jeepney ba.
Yeah.
Kana bitaw maggabas-gabas sila sa daan bitaw nga
Iwas.
nga mo kuha sila pasahero mo
On almost every stop.
almost every corner.
Yeah.
Hassle kay sanan ba pwede ra man gud nga kanang i-implement
designated area.
na mo gud
Yeah.
di wala lagi na implement kay pwede kana siyang lugar diha pwede ra gid mo stop ang jeepney o ang bus at a certain area manglakaw na lang mo sa inyo ang balay that's like I said before, that's the gift of exercise, right? that society is giving to you.
Yeah, supposedly.
Do you understand? So, kanang mga jeepney, kanang mga bus, kung mo lunggo lang yun sila, kung mo stop lang yun sila sa proper areas, I think that will...
Or designated stops.
Yes.
Dili lang.
Na mo gina designated stops. I know that for a fact. Kani nga, I
Problem is, they stop at the whim of the passengers. Manggod.
Correct,
Maingon
correct.
passenger nga lugar lang dire. No matter how near it was from the last area where they stop for the other passengers.
Correct.
Kay mo stop rin na sila.
and
to pick up and drop off.
And of course, they rationalize it by saying, kaning ang ganahan mo ko nga akong pasahero kaning ma-safe ganahan mo ko nga pasahero nako kaning di
Dili
maglisod,
la-
right?
oh, di
but
maglisod.
that's BS, right? That's
Yeah.
that's totally BS because
Because-
the truth is you're also inconveniencing more
Everyone
people,
else,
and
yeah.
you're not giving them the gift of exercise. So two bad things that's going on right now. You're not giving them the gift of exercise, and you're inconveniencing more people. So don't give me that crap, okay? Kanang mga driver ang maingon na nga kaning ganahan
And
mo.
we're trying to make it convenient.
Yeah, yeah.
No, convenient for them.
Yeah.
They
They're
stop at the
hiding
area.
behind that. Maglagot ka muna na usaya na.
That's right. So I think that do you think that also contributes as to why Cebu, if you're with the stand nga Cebu is not so walkable?
Yeah, absolutely.
The fact na these buses and jeepneys stop at every area too.
Correct,
so,
correct.
Yeah.
And also usa sa akong mga problema sa is kana bitong mga basura, mga trash
Garbage trucks.
garbage trucks. I don't understand. Like kaning number one, they do it like in broad daylight when traffic is at its worst,
Exactly.
right? And then number two, like tunga pugis sila sa daan. Unya usa counterflow pugis
Yeah,
sila.
they do.
So I understand the importance of collecting garbage, right? But
You feel like there should be a particular time in the day nga i-assign it for that.
And number
Nga dili
yeah.
the traffic, the time nga most traffic.
I mean, you could collecting garbage is a good thing.
And it's needed.
And it's
Necessary.
necessary na siya for society to function, right? Because you can't have all the garbage in your house, but you can't do a good thing and do it in a bad way. Do you understand?
Or in the expense of something else. So it causes more hassle for everyone.
Yeah, exactly, right? So you're diminishing the benefit of garbage collection because you're causing another kind of garbage. You know what I mean? Like environmental garbage, for example. Like there's more carbon emissions, for example, right? And all of that stuff. So there has to be a way for us to not to be able to do one thing good and not do it in a bad way. Do you understand what I'm
I
talking
understand.
about?
And sometimes
Yeah?
mamugos-mugod na sila to pass by the areas nga narrow kaing roads.
Correct, yeah.
So then it really is so difficult for all the other cars that have to wait for them. But I get it because they do a house-to-house service. So they're picking up garbage from every house in that specific area. I just feel like I agree with you that they have to choose a time wherein it's not most traffic. And
Yeah.
would be a dali ra kay ta maka-overtake sa ilang truck.
Correct,
That's
yeah.
not the case.
Yeah,
Grabe gid kay
yeah.
maka-cause of traffic. So yeah, maybe I don't know what time of the day would be most appropriate. I get why people do early in the morning kay that's when before everyone goes to work
Yeah,
siguro so
yeah.
they can take care of that.
Yeah. Pwede naman ibutang inyong basura sa gawas, siguro sa balay ninyo, right? They'll just pick it up, right?
Yeah, but still, even if they do pick it up at a time where it's most traffic,
Yeah.
then it wouldn't help everyone else who's trying to line up.
Kana lang Ateneo ang area,
that
diba?
area, grabe kayo.
Ay, basura diya, like,
Several
what?
garbage trucks, yeah.
What? Like, of all
Early
times
in the
of the day, you have to do it now when
Now.
people are going to school?
Exactly.
What is going on, you know?
Exactly. Hogging the road.
Yeah, so yeah, like I said, counterflow pag yun. So magpuli-puli og gawas ang lane kay one lane naman na, di ba? I don't understand why that's going on, right?
Yeah.
And these are things that are controllable. These are things that are easily addressable, but we're talking about something else, and we're talking about traffic now.
Traffic na siya.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I think that's still related because the more congested roads are, the more incentive there is to walking, right?
Yeah. And the more congested, as mentioned by one of our texters. Thank you, by the way, for sharing your opinion, guys. Keep them coming. So as mentioned by one of the texters or one of our viewers, the congestion of cars causes pollution, and then the pollution makes it harder and more difficult for people to start that culture of walking. Dili comfortable ang walking. Grabe kabaho ang mga aso. Yeah, manimaho pagid ka after,
correct,
no?
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Let us know what you think, guys. Join us on the chats on YouTube. That's Tops Media Center on YouTube. We already have Jerry, Tansinko, Zarek, Leona, and Bert sharing their opinions here. And I'm so happy to see that a lot of people are also using our text line. That's 0999-887-6070. Text us and let us know, what do you think about our Onisaita Sugbo question. Do you think that Cebu is a walkable city? Yes or no, and why?
Is this ato ni mga damgor ni nato nga ang syudad sa Sugbo
No.
mahimo og walkable city? Is that a dream or will it become a reality?
Soon.
I sincerely would like to believe that Cebu
Is a
can
walkable
be
city,
a
yeah.
walkable city. Can be.
When I think of a walkable city, I always think of places like, for example, sa Japan.
Okay.
Diba? It's also a cultural. I think you're right, good about the cultural thing. It's, I don't know, like they're used to that. Like they encourage their elderly to walk, and then they encourage people to walk to school, to walk to work. It's a norm for them, or to use
Yeah,
a bike.
yeah,
You know, so
yeah.
it also mitigates pollution. And like you mentioned, say Europe, some countries like so Switzerland, for example, aside from because it's nice to walk because it's cold, there are a lot of areas there that do not allow mang good cars. Like like there are some areas or some cities nga cars are only allowed to a certain point.
Okay.
So then you would really be forced to walk or to use any means of transportation that are like manual, like kana magbike ka or mag-scooter ka. So mapugsan gid ka na because they're trying to mitigate the pollution in that area. So
Okay.
bawal ang cars from this point forward. For example,
Yeah.
Switzerland. Diba? There are
Yeah,
cities like
yeah.
that.
And that can be doable here. Absolutely, right? Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah, like sa school areas, maybe they can like.
I mean, like kita, for example, like there are spots now people can park. We'll just walk to
a specific
wherever we want. Pero ganahan mo gutag, mura mo gutag. We feel like we're royalty, right?
Nga, i-drop off
ganahan
yun,
ta nga,
like carriage.
Ihog kita sa ganghaan sa langit. You know, do you understand what I mean?
Like we get dropped off from the carriage.
Kaning ganahan kita nga ihog ta sa atong bangan gyud sa atong padungan, di ba?
Right, right.
Dili ta ganahan nga maglakaw-lakaw pa. Ngano
Yeah.
man na?
Yeah.
Ano man na?
Well, what is it with walking? I would automatically think of the discomfort, Jiggy, to be honest. First thing I think of is it's uncomfortable because init and
Yeah.
there's not a lot of areas laging a walkable. So
No. And now I'm talking about something else. I'm talking about driving a car
Okay.
somewhere and so you can go to a place
okay.
that is ang iyahang area is walkable.
Okay.
So nakay padungan ba nga like for example lagi aning let's just say katong gihisgutan ni Bert nga from Santo Niño all the way to Capitol that's actually walkable. Kaya na yung mga trees and all of that stuff.
But
right?
no one really does that.
Nobody does that, right? So we can park somewhere, you know, there's always parking somewhere.
Yeah.
And then we can walk
And
to our
then walk
destination,
na.
right? You won't have to go through the hassle of going through Carbon because it's such a mess there in terms of traffic.
Right.
And especially during Fridays and there's no parking and all of that stuff. And we don't do that. So I
So
think
why?
I think it's on us also. And I think maybe we should make it I think the word is cool to walk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if given enough incentives, given enough shade, given enough environmental
Where the factors are
protections,
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
like dili kay abog and all of that stuff. Maybe that stretch over there from Santo Niño to Capitol might become like a fashion walk, like people dress up to walk, right?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, it becomes a thing. It becomes a norm, and it's not
No, the
frowned
word is not
upon.
just norm. It becomes a cool thing to walk. What are your thoughts on that matter? Let us know. Text 0999-887-6070. You can also go to the chats on YouTube at Tops Media, etc. I'm hoping and praying that we'll be live on YouTube. But right now we're still, on Facebook. But right now we're still on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, but you can share our lives though, guys, on your
yeah.
Facebook.
Of course, on 90. It is now 9:36 in the morning. Maing buntag!
It's the season of giving, and we're giving you.
Good morning. I think Joe Lim wasn't there yesterday. Was he here yesterday? Well, no, because our topic yesterday was about jokes, and we were looking for Joe Lim, but then I didn't see him.
To stunning lighting and kitchen essentials, we've got discounts you won't want to miss. Prices are slashed down across the board. 15% off on those DIY and houseware products. 20% off on all.
Hey!
My brother's here, by the way.
New employee. Additional 2% off on
You gonna start at the time?
conversation? Where your dream comes to life.
Video ini mi, gabon man ikaw, gabon man ikaw.
Feeling stressed? In need of a staycation? Take a break and visit Crown Regency Hotel and Towers. Located on Australia Boulevard, Cebu City. We have offered to be ready to renovated homes, function halls, wash and Chinese cuisine, front of medicine, power gym, and more amenities for everyone to enjoy. For more information, visit our website
Tell her you don't get her sense of humor.
I don't get your joke. I don't get your joke.
If food is your aim, then Guangzhou Chinese cuisine is indeed at the top of the game. New and improved authentic Chinese menus spearheaded by our Cantonese chef. We are open for dine-in and take-out, also accepting events. Temporarily located at 2nd floor Cafe Globe Tower 1, Crown Regency Hotel and Towers. For inquiries, contact 0947-283-4026 or 032-418-8888. Hi, I'm si Crystal Buena, was a virtual assistant of model. Being a working mom is not easy, especially having a special child, kaya require some sila og special care. Pero, nakaya na ko. Well, thanks to MSD capsule na verified with alpha, beta, o gamma nutrients, kauban ng pag-exercise o proper diet. MSD helps me accomplish my daily activities. MSD, didn't ko believe! Wala na paalala ang MSD capsule, hindi ka mula, hindi ka katulad, pagkamot sa anumang bumili sa sakit.
Alas 9:39. You're still listening to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is
Jiggy Juice, and in a few moments, Justin will bust into this room. I think she's just out there. Ang atong hisgutan karong buntaga is, ang atong mag-anisay ta Sugbo is, Ganahan Ka Mag Lakaw2 sa kadalanan sa Syudad sa Sugbo. Do you think Cebu City will ever become a walkable city? I'd like to know your thoughts. Text 0999-887-6070. You can join us on the chat group of Tops Media Center on YouTube at Tops Media Center. Good morning, Bert, TOTM, Jerry Tancinco, Zyrek Leona, Joel Lim, and everyone on the Tops Media Center chat group. Daghang salamat sa inyong tikaw-tikaw diha. Daghang salamat sa inyong pag-join sa atong conversation about this very important matter. Ganahan mo maglakaw-lakaw siya sa Syudad sa Sugbo. Do you think Cebu City will ever become a walkable city? Let us know your thoughts, okay? Karong taod-taod, we're going to have a world premiere of a brand new song from no less than 40, the band's Troy Digamo. He has a song written by no less than Mel Libre, one of the icons of the Cebu music scene. He's actually, both of them have already left these beautiful islands. I think Mel is
The States sila?
in Canada, I think.
Ah, okay.
Or somewhere, and I think I'm not sure though, but somewhere. And then I think Troy is in I know for sure he's in Toronto, so Toronto, Canada. So they collaborated and they have a song out. It's called
Wow.
Kayud Lang from a group they named as Sunog.
Okay.
It's in fire.
Fire.
Yeah. So that's coming up, and we're gonna play that in a few moments. Right now, here's a song from Cookies about usa sa mga ruta sa jeepney.
Kana.
17B on 105.1 TMC.
The best of us.
Weren't you just saying a couple weeks ago you were begging the 40 the band people, you were saying, please release some new music. Your wish came true. Did you actually message them and tell them?
Yeah, always, man, always.
Oh, okay, so that's why.
Yeah. Bro. Nako na tayo bisita ba na taga Southwestern ba? Kami.
Okay.
Dili lagi akong siguro ka.
Okay.
Okay, makuha man.
Okay. Ako niya. Our cortina.
So we'll just talk about the
Topic today.
I'll say the Bisaya, you say the English.
Is Cebu ever going to be a walkable city?
Okay. Okay.
Wait, my chair's so low.
Okay po, sit up sa una.
Ready? Go! Hi guys, Top of the Morning! I am Jiggy Juice!
And my name is Justine Arbios.
Ang atong isugutan ka na buntaga sa ato ang mag-anisay ta Sugbo is, will
Ako may Bisaya.
Yeah, I got
And
okay.
I think I forgot the microphone also, so that's good.
Okay, that's fine. Pwede ko mo tanaw, Noy?
Akong dito.
Spread the word, Noy.
Spread the word. Will do.
Why, Micah, what is it?
He gave me stickers.
Oh, wow. Oh, Jiggy, you know he loves that. Now, look at his laptop. Now it's gonna be there.
Okay.
Good. Oh, is that the next song in the queue? There's no song.
105.1 TMC. It's Jiggy Juice, and that one is Cookies
And 17B, atong takna karon, it is now 9:43 on 105.1 TMC.
Here, Mike.
Okay lang, G.
Sira
Okay
na
lang.
to.
Okay lang. You like this?
Yeah, this is fine. I think I'll move closer to you.
Yeah.
Mauni yesterday. Nice kayo.
Yeah, I want to show about that. I want to
That's
show
awesome. Nice
about
psychology.
Psychology, yeah. Like a weekly lang show good about
Yeah.
mental health.
We're all people. We need that.
You're people.
I'm a person. I'm a person.
You're
right?
people, right? Says who, man? That's a bold claim, you know.
We're all people, not aliens. We need that. Everyone needs that.
That's a really bold claim, Justine. You know.
I forgot how my professor used to say that. He says it better. He used to say something like that. Like, we're all, not all people, but we're all, what's the English name? We're all, kalimot ko sa word.
Okay, ready? Get set, go. Hi guys, welcome to Top of the Morning. I am Jiggy Juice.
And my name is Justine Arbios.
And our mag-anisay ta Sugbo topic for today is Ganahan mo maglakaw-lakaw sa Syudad sa Sugbo?
Is Cebu ever going to be a walkable city?
Ever going to be a walkable
Kana.
city, right?
Or is that just a dream for us?
A dream. Damgo lang ba na or tinuod ka na puhon-puhon? Let us know your thoughts on that matter, please. Text us 0999-887-6070.
Or join us on our YouTube chats. That's Tops Media Center on YouTube. We'll see your comments in real time.
Hashtag TOTM. Hashtag Jiggy Juice. Hashtag
Justine Arbios.
Okay, please join us on our Top of the Morning topic. Mag-anisay ta Sugbo. Ganahan ba mo maglakaw-lakaw sa Syudad sa Sugbo?
Yeah. And we'll see you guys there. Let
Okay,
us know.
thank you.
Bye.
Okay,
Perfect.
I think that's it.
Nice.
I was hoping you'd English it again.
Okay.
That's okay, but it's okay, man. It's fine. Uy.
Justine Arbios.
And our mag-anisay ta Sugbo topic for today is Ganahan mo maglakaw-lakaw.
Nice. Okay, your coffee is full.
Is Syudad
Is Cebu ever going to be a walkable city?
ever going to be a walkable city, right?
Or is that just a dream for us?
Let us know your thoughts on that matter, please. Text us 0999-887-6070.
Or join us on our YouTube chats. That's Tops
I
Media Center.
think I need to wear my shades. Hold on. I think.
Too bright.
Yeah. No. I think it's aesthetically better if.
Ako ka, I really squint. We'll see you guys there. Let us know. So at the end, I'll repeat the question again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi guys, top of the morning. I am Jiggy Juice. Okay, balik mo.
And now I know I won't make the mic so close to.
Yeah.
I was putting it like way close, like a real mic.
Yeah.
Sa man to ang distance niya, okay ra?
Okay,
Okay
that's
lang.
it. Yeah.
Ako lang ang aesthetic lang akong buhok nagagubot. Yeah, wala ko shades.
Or same shades.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. Go. Hi guys, welcome to Top of the Morning. I am Jiggy Juice.
And my name is Justine Arbios.
And our topic for today's Mag-anisay ta Sugbo is Ganahan mo maglakaw-lakaw sa Syudad sa Sugbo?
Is Cebu ever gonna be a walkable city?
Please join us in our conversation because we need your inputs. Text 0999-887-6070.
Or join us on our YouTube chats. That's Tops Media Center on YouTube. We'll see your comments in real time.
Ganahan mo maglakaw-lakaw sa Syudad sa Sugbo?
Is Cebu ever gonna be a walkable city?
Mag-anisay lang gud-tagod.
We'll see you guys there. Sakto na, we'll see you there or we'll see you.
Yeah.
There on YouTube.
I like there.
No? Then they'll be like, there where? But it makes sense, right?
There, wherever it is.
Like, wherever the comments are.
Yeah.
Okay, mas mga siya, ano, there man, hindi man event.
Mag-anisay ta Sugbo is Ganahan mo maglakaw-lakaw
sa Syudad sa Sugbo.
Is Cebu ever gonna be a walkable city?
Please join us in our conversation because we need your inputs. Text 0999-887-6070.
Or join us on our YouTube chats. That's Tops Media Center on YouTube. We'll see your comments in real time.
Ganahan Ka Mag Lakaw2 sa Syudad sa Sugbo.
Is Cebu ever gonna be a walkable city?
Mga lisay lang good.
We'll see you guys there. Nice.
Hi guys, welcome to Top of the Morning.
Thank you, Kuya Machar.
And my name is
Dito,
Jessie.
mas nice nga nag-shades na lahat, Jiggy.
Yeah.
It's aesthetic.
Aesthetic was pleasing, right?
Yeah. That's cool.
Okay,
Okay.
let's actually do it.
I don't know how you keep your eyes open bit from where you're seated.
Hi guys, welcome to Top of the Morning. I am Jiggy Juice.
And my
I used to
name is
walk a lot
Jessie
downtown
Narcias.
and uptown when I was younger, but walking today is difficult nowadays due to the extreme heat. Exactly, Joel Lim. Mo nang gingon ni JD nga, it's not as
No.
my mom's watching us from their hotel in Japan. Top of the morning from Osaka.
Look, the movie is today, ba?
Oh my gosh. At ano no?
Can you watch now?
Yeah. What time is it, Gani?
7 to it.
Press conference, no?
Yeah, that's a press conference. We don't have to join the press conference.
Are you going to the press conference?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I'll try to update you also, Jiggy, because I have class until 5:30.
You mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah. 2 to 5. Oh, 1. Yeah, 2 to 5 of class, but I'll see.
Go.
Hi guys, welcome to Top of the Morning. I am Jiggy Juice.
And my name is Jessie Narcias.
Hi guys.
0999. Tulungan 9 za?
0999 887
99.
88760. Yeah, 0999 887 6070.
Ang atong pak na karon 7 minutos na lang, mag alas 10 na ta.
Ooh.
Ang topic karong buntaga sa atong mag-anisay ta Sugbo is Ganahan mo maglakaw-lakaw sa syudad sa Sugbo?
Yeah. Is Cebu ever gonna be a walkable city?
Let us know your thoughts, palihog. According to Joel Lim, he used to walk a lot in downtown and uptown
Yeah.
when I was younger, but walking today is difficult due to extreme heat. And the dangers of skin cancer.
Yeah, true.
Well,
Malipong gid.
But you know, like I
To be honest.
I feel like the weather conditions of the past of our
Yeah.
youth it was the same. Like,
Do you feel like it's the same?
I mean, like there are you know, like climate change definitely changed it a little bit, but in terms of just the overall heat, but like
Really?
I don't have science to back me up.
Okay.
So it's just a feeling. It's
I
just a
mean,
feeling.
there have been mga research. There have been studies over the years that have already proven climate change.
Yeah, correct.
Escalated so much.
But I'm talking about Cebu City, in
Yeah.
like, our experience of it. Kaya nainumdum ko init magyapon kaya itong una. Like
Yeah.
it's not
Okay.
it's not that different. I know
Okay.
it's probably a little different because you know, like because of our population,
Yeah, that too.
ni Homan.
And with all the
magbaha
cars,
na, magbaha na.
cars pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, contributes to the
Correct.
to the, ano,
Correct. So I feel like
pollution.
I feel like so kanang claim nga the weather is worse now in terms of heat. I need
You
to
don't
have,
necessarily believe that.
I need to have some science
Okay.
behind that.
we
Be-
gotta do our research on that.
Let us see if it is
hotter
indeed
now?
Hotter now.
Yeah. My grandma, on the other hand, she disagrees. She told me nga sa una daw, a couple years ago, it wasn't that hot. Like, you could probably just chill at
Yeah.
night without air conditioning.
Yeah.
Karon, bisa gabiing dako, it's really hot and humid. You actually would, unless,
Yeah,
you're
that-
especially in the
yeah,
city.
There's probably some truth to that, but I'm not 100% sure
Yeah.
about that because
Okay.
posible nga atong mga buildings are air conditioned, our cars are air conditioned, wherever we go, our restaurants are air conditioned. So we're so used to
Yeah.
air conditioning. So anything else different is considered really,
init
really hot.
na. Okay.
And I imagine more and more people are buying air conditioning now.
Yeah.
More and more people now feel the contrast
Yes.
between their rooms that are cold
Without it.
with air conditioning
Yes.
and when they go outside. So
No, wala.
ang disparity purti ng layua.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
you have this illusion
Okay.
that it's getting hotter
Okay.
because you're so used to air conditioning now.
Yeah.
Right?
Let us know what you think, guys. Si Joe Lim here mentions.
But that, please engage me in this conversation, Justine. That is a very valid point, right?
Yeah.
That is a human tendency that makes things seem worse.
Okay.
Because of what we're used to, right?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, so it could be it's just like a placebo. Like any room that doesn't have air conditioning for us, we would think
Yeah.
that it's automatically hotter.
Correct.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
But it's just sometimes interesting to note that a lot of foreigners, especially the Caucasians, those that are live in really cold regions, they actually prefer outdoors.
Yeah.
You know, like they want outdoor spaces.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of resorts have outdoor spaces, especially those, you know, like the Siargaos and the Boracais and the
Yeah.
comedians. Daghang kay sila mga outdoor spaces because a lot of foreigners prefer
Prefer that.
kind
Okay.
of weather, right?
Yeah.
Which is also very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, but Joel Lim here, however, disagrees. He thinks that today's heat is grabe, mupaak compared to the past. Personally, like on my own opinion, I really do feel that way as well. Like I remember as a kid, I would run under the sun. It wasn't this bad, but now a few seconds under the sun, literally, I would feel like my skin is burning.
That's probably valid, but part of that is also romanticizing the past.
Kinda.
Part of
Okay,
that is
okay,
also
okay.
that. And when you were a kid, there were not too many air conditioning.
Yeah, and pollution, I would say, has
There was not much air conditioned rooms. Most people couldn't afford air conditioning and all of that stuff. So when you enter a room, it's probably no aircon, probably just electric fan, right?
Okay.
But karon, daghan na kay air conditioning everywhere. Is air conditioning. Even some of the carinderias have air conditioning. you understand?
bougie.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So everywhere is air conditioning.
So what you get used to is
So maybe when you were
okay.
a kid, you're probably not so exposed to a lot of air conditioned rooms.
Yeah.
Maybe your room wasn't air conditioned at that time, but it became air conditioned later on.
So
right?
karon,
So it makes the contrast worse. It makes it seem worse. Sure, there is a slight change in temperature.
Okay.
The increase, I think, is
Yeah.
ever so slight, right?
let's look at that because I remember there have been scientific evidences no in the past year, especially pag pandemic nga grabe na gyud ang heat index sa Cebu.
Correct.
Throughout the years,
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
There was a time nga moabot nag 30 or basta I'll look into that
Yeah.
because as usual, everything that we mention here, if we're going to make a stand about something, has to be based on
science.
On
yes,
science.
yes.
So let's
Yeah.
look into that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting
And
notion.
The thing man good with weather conditions man sad good is if you look at big history man good, it really fluctuates. It's like a roller coaster. You know, it goes up and goes down and goes up and goes down and all of that stuff. So maybe we're in the hotter side of the
Yeah.
cycle. Maybe we're in the colder side of cycle. We don't know. So we need to get some science behind this conversation so that we'll understand kung ato ang mga kaligot-gut about the heat of the city is really valid and is based on data, or is it just based on
Yeah.
a feeling that's not
Yeah.
backed up by data? So mangita tag mga scientists siguro ni
Well, in
Justin.
general, climate change, nagmelt man gani ang mga ice caps in Antarctica. That's
Correct.
scientific.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think what you're trying to say is we need like specific data for Cebu
Yeah.
mismo
Yeah.
sa ato agyod. So
Correct.
we'll look into that. Well,
Yeah,
let's look at the heat index throughout the year.
Yes, matud pa nila,
Matod nila.
Justin ug Jiggy, maoni ang facts. We're going to try to dig deep into that about the temperature changes in Cebu City on 105.1 TMC.
The best of us!
Do we have visitors behind us?
Yeah, we do. A lot of students. Hi!
New Zealand, eh? Mel Libre is from New Zealand, eh?
Ah, okay. These are the students from the schools?
And they prohibit people from boarding. In New Zealand, bus drivers stop only in designated areas, and they prohibit people from boarding. I learned that when I was new in New Zealand. I wanted to board a bus when I was stopping at a red light.
And then they don't allow you,
The
like...
bus driver waved to me saying no. From there on, I
Wow,
walked to the bus stop. When
they
I was young,
actually
I
say
walked,
no.
I walked all the time from F. Ramos Street to Abiliana National High School, and later to USC Peter Lasar. Cebu was walkable then, and I still believe it can be.
Kisa ni?
Si Mel Libre.
Ah, Mel Libre.
The
Thank
guy
you,
was,
Mel Libre.
yeah.
Mel Libre. Ah, oh.
So, kita na sila?
You posted on Facebook, Chigino, the thing?
I think so. Hold on. On my reels, I think I didn't tag it. Hold on.
Yeah. Please tag me. I'm like, yeah.
Welcome to Top of the Morning. I am Jiggy Juice.
And my name is Justine Arbias.
And our topic for today's
Yeah, please tag me. So I can add it to my page.
Ganahan Ka Mag Lakaw2 sa Syudad sa Sugbo.
Is Cebu ever gonna be a walkable city?
Please join us in our conversation. Please join us in our conversation because we need your inputs. Text 099.
Is it on Instagram also?
Hold on. Give me a second.
Okay, no problem.
I'm confused now.
Okay, again. So I take always, like when I post stuff, I also take a while. Kita to mga guests, kita mga students.
Hi guys, welcome to Top of the Morning. I am Jiggy Juice.
And my name is Justine Arbias.
And our
Sometimes I also like when I post stuff, I'm like, oh wait, with the way social media works, you have to post it on Instagram, on Facebook, may tag pa and hashtag.
on the site na Sugbo is
Is Cebu ever gonna be a walkable city?
Please join us in our conversation because we need your inputs. Text 0999-887-6070.
Or join us on our YouTube chats. That's Tops Media Center on YouTube. We'll see your comments in real time.
Ganahan Ka Mag Lakaw2 sa Syudad sa Sugbo.
Is Cebu ever gonna
Okay.
be a walkable
Speaking
city?
of heat, I am sweating. I should open the door, Gigi. I'll say hi to them also.
Hi
This
guys,
area is
welcome to
so
Top of the Morning. I am Jimmy Juice.
Hi guys.
Justine Arbias.
Welcome to TNC.
Inside the Sugbo
Pop outside, so I'm just gonna go open. You guys are from Southwestern now? Okay, so make yourself comfortable lang sa
What we'll do, siguro, we'll have them in like maybe like 5 at a time, Justine.
Okay. How many are you guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10. So we can have 5.
Yeah, or maybe like 3 lang siguro, para must they have more time, right?
Yeah, sure. Sige. So we'll ask Kuya Melcher for an extra seat. We'll ask Kuya Melcher for an extra
Yes,
seat.
please.
And then I'll move beside you. Okay. It's okay. You guys are so cute. They're like, what year of college are you guys? Oh, third year. Okay. And then the course? Communication. All communication students. Okay. Give me a second, guys, ha? Choose among yourselves for the first three you would like to first three first. Yeah. 3, 3, 4. Yeah. 4. Ayun, pila ka mo na. 3, 4. Ay, 4 lang sila. Bye, mo. Yeah, 3, 3, 4 would work. Is that the right math? 3 na? 3, 6, 3. You're 9. Okay. Ito mo lang 3. Okay, guys.
Has somebody? Why can't I find it, Justine?
What man? Tag me?
The video, I can find it here, right?
Okay.
I can find it here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even here.
Mas mo nang delete. Here, I'm from
It says full? Oh, I'm an idiot.
Kani? You used the wrong phone.
No.
What the mood?
Some move kagila.
Did you guys first time here at Tops? Okay. So you guys to see the studio as well. Okay. So welcome to Top Media Center in DMC. So I hope the magic is here yet. And then we'll introduce you guys in the show after a while. So he's about the first thing. Okay, perfect. Ready to get dressed, right? Okay. Wrong phone data, Jiggy. That's funny. You guys use the wrong phone. Anyway, while we I'll show you guys around. So yeah, Jiggy, I'm gonna show them around. For
Yes,
a second.
please, yeah.
So
I'm just finishing something. Hold on.
Okay, no problem. This is the first we do our morning shows. We do all radio shows.
105.1
TMC Lourdes Maglinte, one of my favorite voices in the Cebu music scene. Love that voice. Buwag balik. Atong takna karon 8 minutos nang nilabay sa alas 10. Ang atong hisgutan karong buntaga sa atong mag-anisay ta Sugbo is ganahan mo maglakaw-lakaw sa Syudad sa Sugbo, sa kadalanan sa Syudad sa Sugbo. Do you think Cebu City will ever become a walkable city? Na very interesting input si Mel Libre. Incidentally, he has a brand new song out with Troy Degamo 40 the band. According to Mel Libre, sa New Zealand kuno, bus drivers stop only in designated areas and they prohibit people from boarding. I learned this when I was new in New Zealand. I wanted to board a bus when it was stopping at a red light. The bus driver waved at me and said, No, sir, Mel Libre. From then on, I walked to the bus stop. When I was young, I walked all the time from F. Ramos Street all the way to Abiliana National High School, and later in USC in Fidel Rosario. Cebu was walkable then, and I believe it can still be a walkable city. Very nice insight from Mel Libre. Way that society can function, right?
Yeah, reinforcing behavior.
Yeah. We are really sad to say transactional ba. Most of us are all of us are transactional, whether we like it or not, right?
It's in our nature.
Dili magid mahimo nga I do this for you without
and I don't get anything in return.
Exactly, right?
Okay.
At least in most areas of our lives,
Okay.
that is still true,
Yeah.
right?
It's in our nature pod.
Maybe na siguro mga butang sa kalibutan, facets atong kinabuhi nga dili na siya mo apply.
Yeah, wherein we do things willingly.
Yeah,
but for the most part,
we are transactional. So, kani manggong mga jeepney driver, kana mga bus driver, ang lang incentive manggod is to get more passengers. Kaya ilang sweldo, I think it's not, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? But dili ni siya based on the amount
Like an
of work
hourly,
that they,
okay.
Yeah, dili ni siya, mura ni siya based on their,
the number of passengers that they get.
yeah, because otherwise they wouldn't behave like that,
Okay,
right?
that I wouldn't know also, but it would make sense as to why di sila mo balibad and they would really take and drop off
Yes.
passengers.
Di jud ko kasabot ngano nga dili ta mo take advantage ana nga tuang human tendency nga we work on incentives. So kung
Exactly.
ang incentive sa driver is sweldo niya, magpirmi parihara kada adlaw, right? So wala siya incentive to stop anywhere, di ba?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, they're not motivated.
And isn't that frustrating?
It is. And you're right. No, I feel like one of the facets of our human behavior is dependent on reinforcement. So if dili na siya
On incentives. Yeah.
if they don't feel like ang ilahang gihuna-huna lang is the number of passengers they have hop on and off
Correct.
every day, then mauro gid na ilang bantayan. They don't really care about how much of a hassle it happens for everyone.
I suspect
That's
there's
a good theory.
there's something wrong with that equation. I suspect there's something wrong there. Maybe, just maybe, ang mga drivers are indeed paid in like per diem, like a daily salary or a monthly salary, right? And basic additional na nilang
ang number of passengers.
ang passengers,
Okay.
maybe there's some kind of back channeling. You know,
Yeah, could be.
I'm not accusing them of anything. I'm just trying to rationalize nganong inana man nilang kinaiya, di ba?
Yeah.
Or it could be nga dili gid sila salary based on the number of passengers that they will get. Kay that alone can decongest traffic, can make the streets safer, right?
And more walkable then.
Make it more walkable,
Okay.
right?
So I think the takeaway that we have from that now would be, how do we reinforce that bitaw nga parehas sa New Zealand as giingon sa ato ang friend si Mel Libres na
Mel Libre.
rather na these vehicles or these kaning mga public transportation would only stop at the designated stops. Kanang they're really strict about that pa para mapugos gid ka na. Okay, more or less traffic is only limited to that area, right? So how do we reinforce that? It's two-way. It's on the part of the driver and our responsibility as passengers po.
Correct,
Dili ta
correct,
magpatakag para or kanang unsa to kana lugar lang in any
para,
place.
para,
Okay mo
oh.
para. So
Oh.
so it's twofold. One on the part of the drivers themselves to really reinforce that
Correct.
as illustrated by Mel. And then second, it's also the responsibility of us mga passengers nga mo ano sad gid ta mo respect us sa proper stops, no, where we can get off and hop on.
So mo lagi kaning again another tendency of ours is medyo tapulan mo kita, di ba? Ganahan mo kita sayon, di ba? Di ba?
We want what's convenient for us.
Yeah. So I think
Ay, nako.
man, it's so frustrating, right?
It is. Yeah, it is. Because I really do want Cebu to be a walkable city. And I want to cultivate that culture as well, no?
Before I pop a vein. Okay. Well,
Before you pop a vein?
See, here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to play a song
Perfect.
that I was talking about. This is a collaboration between New Zealand and
Woohoo!
Toronto, Canada. Kani sila mga lumad ni sila mga Sugboanon nga nang larga na lang in town. Kaya murag wa sila nakauyon sa ilahang nakita diri. They left like a long time ago.
Okay.
So but I'm hoping that they will return and hopefully make their city better by maybe perhaps teaching us, allowing us to learn about what they've learned in their respective new homes in Canada and in New Zealand.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a song that is long time coming. This is a song that's 40 years in the making.
Ooh.
Because 40 the band has not made
Released a track.
recorded a song in a studio, like a real song in the studio, and released it into the wild.
Yeah.
So this is the
But
first
now,
time.
finally,
So
after many times of you messaging them, Jiggy.
yes, pressuring Troy
them?
Digamo. Every conversation that I have with Troy always ends up with
When are you going to release a new song?
yes. Because I'm sick and tired of listening to Rain and What I Say, okay? I tell them that, honestly.
Yeah. You really say that? Like,
Yeah,
I'm sick of your old
I'm
songs.
sick and tired of listening to your old songs, bro.
And so this is hopefully one of many
Yes,
of the new
please.
creations.
Let's do this. But before that, let's listen to Mel Libre sort of set the stage for this new song from a band that they call Sunog. Let's listen.
Ooh.
Kayod Lang is a song I recently wrote. It's about never giving up, even if you've fallen down several times in your life. I asked Troy Digamo of 40 the band who agreed to sing it. Our DJ Ehedia arranged the song with James and Dinodio doing the guitar solo. The name Sunog is for my rock projects. Thank you for hearing the song. And more power to 105.1 DMC. I'm Mel Libre.
And this is the song from Sunog, Kayod Lang on 105.1 TMC.
The best of us! Okay. But there we have
Look at Troy. He's
listening to He's over like, Jiggy, your wish is my command. I'll bring them in, Jiggy.
Yeah, 3 at a time. And bring, hold on, naging sexy Van Mendoza, the teacher, yeah.
Is Van the music here? Okay. Oh my goodness.
You're Van?
I thought you were
Hi, Van, Jiggy.
I thought you were one of the students.
Join us here, everyone here. 3 at a time. Come on.
By 4, okay.
Okay, no problem.
Came here
No problem. We'll get one more chair for you
Yeah.
guys.
Have a seat there. I am Jiggy Juice.
Hi.
This is Justin Narcos.
Yes.
this morning.
I'll call you Miss Van.
It's okay.
Miss Van, you're a student. Oh my goodness.
Where are you?
Miss, we'll get one more chair.
It's okay, thank you.
So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to ask for your name and maybe I'll ask you a question about our topic. Among isgutan ko na buntaga ko is Cebu a walkable city? So maybe I'll ask you that question if you don't mind. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Do you have namang input sa butanga? You can speak in whatever language you want, and I think we only have 2 microphones, so you just put your headphones if you like, so you can have the experience also.
There's one more here too.
And then
Well, I headphone on this one.
maybe you can take. Okay, Nakabali, maybe you can join here.
No, it's okay, I'll be here lang.
Thank you guys.
Picture niya ka na mesa. Video yun. Okay, alam mo, mag-isa na. Dito lang sa pelikula eh. Pero, gusto na diyan. Picture? Sorry, we didn't listen to your song, Mel. We don't have any inputs yet on your song. But I like the guitar. So we're also live on YouTube. If you notice, I'm talking to myself. I'm not. I'm talking to these people here because the microphones here are
I know,
also
the camera's
working.
here.
The microphones in the cameras are also working.
Yeah.
So there. Look at that, man. I think we missed out on a lot of.
The chats?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We'll read them then. I don't have on my end, but it's okay. Yeah, Ron's adjusting the cameras also to make sure that it's a wide view.
You guys all right? You guys having fun?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
You're not messing with me? Sigurado mo? Pwede na tayo binisaya. Pwede na tayo binisaya o mag-English or mag-Tinagalog or whatever language. So you can call me Jiggy. You can call her Justine.
Yeah.
The show is called Top of the Morning. Ang among segment sa morning show is called Mag-Anisay Ta Sugbo. Among hisgutan karong buntaga is about Cebu being a walkable city.
Okay.
Pwede na magbinisaya ha? Ay kahadlo ka?
No problem.
Okay ra. Mandam sa? Magbinisaya, right? Right? Dili man kani bisira inyong mga estudyante ka, right?
Actually, very nervous.
Mascom ni sila?
They're studying.
I think the essence of communication is communicating and to be understood, right?
Yes.
So dili necessary nga mag-English mo or whatever language, right?
Yeah.
And I think you have to, if you're in Cebu, if your audience is mostly Bisaya, then you have to speak in Bisaya, right?
Yes.
I think one of the important aspects of communication is your adaptability, di ba? Magtibaw mo sa inyong language igamit based on your audience, right?
Yes.
So karon our plan is really to communicate to everyone. And I think we should make Bisaya cool again. We can't feel nga Bisaya mo ko. Hindi mo ko English nga it's a bad thing, you know what I mean? Of course it's good. Of course it's good to know other languages, right? Pero kailangan mahanas po ta sa atong kaugalingon nga pinulungan, di ba? Kaya kung dili mo ra tag buwa nga maayon gyud sa English niya, di mo ko magbinisay ang buwa. Our time, it is now 10:21. What do you think of that song from Mel Libre?
Ooh, so
and
good.
From Troy Digamo? Actually, ang vocals ato niya siya mismo si Troy Digamo. Ningon si Troy Galiong, naminaw ko na siya nako. Troy, what do you think? Is this the beginning of many new songs?
Many new songs.
From Troy Digamo?
Finally, we have other songs to play aside
Yes.
from Rain and What I Say.
Yes, kanang magud si Troy, kinanglan ni siya og kaning muse. Kinanglan ni siya og partner to be able to create, I think. And murag I think murag sa where he is in Toronto, murag medyo I think he doesn't have any collaborator, and I think he's finally found it
Finally found
in
someone to
Mel
make
Libre.
music with, yeah.
And I hope this is the shape of things to come, Troy. Yes?
Kana,
Am I correct? So daghang salamat. So atong hisgutan karong buntaga is sa atong mag-anisay ta Sugbo is Cebu a walkable city?
Yeah, has Cebu, or is Cebu going to be a walkable city?
Yes.
Ganahan ba mo maglakaw-lakaw sa Syudad?
Yes, and
Sa Sugbo.
natay mga kaigsuunan diri sa studios of 105.1 TMC nga nilakaw ni sila gikan sa ilang gigikanan.
All the way to Tops, guys.
No, sa silong ba? Sa silong sa Tops
Silong
ba?
right there, ground floor of Tops.
Yes. And I think that is an ordeal in and of itself,
Yeah,
right?
at the Tops gym, aka the stairs.
Especially if you're not healthy, right? Murag lisod sa na siya, di ba?
Yeah. It's a good
So
practice.
we have our friends here from Southwestern University. What is this course again, Van? Professor Van, right? You're a professor, right? Lecturer.
Si Miss Van.
Miss Van Minyoza. Thank you for bringing all of these lovely and good-looking students of Southwestern University Communications. Please introduce yourselves one by one. Go ahead. Starting with you, ma'am. This microphone, please.
Oh,
You
hello
have-
everyone.
okay. Go
I
ahead.
am Shamel Blanquero.
Close to the microphone, please.
I am Shamel Blanquero.
Okay, you have to learn how to speak close to the microphone. Okay, almost,
Sorry.
almost kissing it, but not quite.
Not quite,
Okay,
okay.
so go ahead.
So, hello, I am Shamel Blanquero.
Okay,
Perfect.
So, I am Bella Rolente.
okay. Taga-asa man ka, Bella?
I'm originally from Liloan.
Ikaw, Shamel, taga-asa man ka?
I am from Mandaue.
From Mandaue. Ikaw, sir, go ahead.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Bart. I am a strategic communication all the way.
Strategic?
Yes, strategic communication
Okay.
all the way from Samar.
Wow! All the way from Samar. Okay. Who else?
Love that.
Okay.
I am Karen and I am from Mandaue City.
Oh, so from Mandaue City.
Mandaue.
So among hisgutan ko ng buntaga ba is ganahan mo maglakaw-lakaw sa syudad sa Sugbo?
Yeah.
Who wants to answer that question? Go ahead. Starting with you. Maybe you can mention your name first. Starting with you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I am Shamel.
Okay.
And if I were to be...
Ganahan ka maglakaw-lakaw? Nakasuway na maglakaw-lakaw sa Cebu?
Actually, yeah, I have tried
Asa man ka maglakaw-lakaw sa syudad sa Sugbo, for example?
from the streets of Orhelio.
Orhelio.
Okay,
pag kuman, gikan sa Orhelio, asam ka mulakaw?
Padulong sa Carbon.
Oh,
or
really?
Colon.
Okay. So tell me about that experience nga naglakaw-lakaw ka sa gikan sa Orhelio all the way to Carbon. Medyo layo-layo na sa.
Yes.
Layo-layo na. Sige. Sige,
So, the whole experience,
Okay, tell me.
init siya.
Init? Okay.
Yeah.
Of course,
Number
of course,
one,
of
okay.
course.
Init siya and it's good na mag-bring ka og ka ng
Payong.
mini fan or
Okay.
payong.
Mini fan?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a good.
Yes.
Mura kag donya kaya mag-fan. Okay. That's
So,
fine.
mini
Okay.
fan and also be careful since there are kanang street thugs.
Oh,
na-
really?
Kana.
Nagyapon?
Yeah,
Naka-experience
until now.
naka-experience ka na mismo or imora mga amiga o
I have
amigo?
witnessed.
Witness
Oh,
lang.
no.
Tell me about your experience about the security of that route kana Orhelio all the way to Carbon. Unsa may nahitabo?
But not exactly in Orhelio.
Okay.
Dito sa may kanang unahan sa Imol.
Sa Imol.
Yeah,
Okay,
so,
okay.
crowded place
Okay.
siya. Then, sa kilid na ako na ay guy nga ng mira og phone.
Namira og phone. So nakakita ka mismo.
Nag-snatch. Yes.
Snatch. Fugi unsa man niya pagbira ka ning gikuptan sa tao o niya gibira niya o nasa pitaka or whatever.
Nagkupot ang tao niya, yung gibira.
Okay.
Niya nidagan.
Okay.
So,
okay.
so that's what happened. Gigukod siya but I don't think na
Napsan siya. So this was in a crowded place.
Yes.
So I think that's what you should avoid, I think, right? Importante na nga you try to avoid crowded places. If you're in a crowded place, make sure that you keep your belongings close to you, right?
Yes.
So but imong experience sa paglakaw from Orhelio to Carbon, why did you walk? I'm curious. Give me kay maganisay man tani. So give me your honest reason nganong naglakaw man ka anang rutaha. Unsa may
Because ganahan ko mupalit sa kanang night market nila.
Oh, okay. Yung anong naglakaw ka, wala man ka nag-jeepney or naghabal-habal or nagsakay sa imong sakyanan or nagbisikleta, whatever mode of
Why
transportation.
walking?
Nganong naglakaw man ka?
For me, it's convenient kay duulan ra ko ba?
Okay.
You know, kanang nindot man maglakaw-lakaw.
Okay,
And
okay.
also, kanang wala ko'y cash, Gcash
Okay.
ra.
Wala kay cash. Okay, so GCash ray mo. So
So, kesa mamukong, maglakaw lang.
oh, okay, that's good. So you mentioned nga init ni siya. Unsa man tong orasa ka ni sugod og lakaw if you don't mind?
Oh, kuan, mga hapon.
Hapon na. So dili na kayo init.
Dili kayo, pero...
Init gyapon. Okay, so that's a good insight. So at least number one, she did not experience any security issues kanang iyang safety issues from Orhelio all the way to Carbon. Sa lain to nga lugar sa Imol to siya. Kanang Imol,
Okay.
porti may yung daghang tao diha, di ba? Di ba? Kanang na terminal diha, na eskwelahan, na ay mall, porti daghan ng mga eskwelahan diha. Dili lang kay UC, napay ubang eskwelahan diha, napay Coliseum diha. So, napay Dulce Carbon. So, kanang ina ng lugar yun, na yun security concerns. And I think that's one of the things that you can avoid. Pwede naman mo i-avoid kanang crowded places, right? How about you? Your name again, go ahead.
Bella.
Bella, tell me about how you feel about Cebu City being a walkable city. Damgura ba ka na? Or mahimo na? Or nakasuway na ka og lakaw-lakaw sa syudad sa Sugbo? Even in Mandaue City, if you're from taga Mandaue ba ka?
No, from Liloan.
From Liloan. So, nakasuway na kaglakaw sa Cebu?
Yeah, makasuway mako because I actually usually every weekend
Okay.
We go to a party, so
Okay.
usually around IT Park, Gawas.
Okay.
So, like diha ara may mag-walk-walk.
Okay.
Pero yeah, I think the idea na kanang if mawakable ba jud ang Cebu, I think yes in the
Okay.
future.
Okay.
I think there way lang siguro, and let's actually think na nganong buhaton like nganong dili safe ang road. It's actually because like per sa giingon ni Shamel na about katong nang snatch og phone. So
Okay.
maybe if ilatong nabuhat, it's because of the lack of employment, like
Okay.
due to the poverty. So
Okay.
maybe if we increase the employment sa Philippines, so dili
Okay.
na nila need mubuhat og
Okay.
bati bitaw.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if in that case, so ara na to feel na ko na ma-achieve na walkable na jud ang
Okay.
city, which is
Okay.
safe kay
Okay.
everyone is employed, so dili na nila na mabuhat og kanang bati para kanang kuan sila na sila makaon every day.
Okay, that's also a unique perspective, no?
Yeah,
We even had a topic for our on site to Sugbo a couple weeks ago about kanabitong mandinimos or
Makililimos,
makililimos, the
okay.
problem of poverty here. And
Okay.
that's also a unique perspective nga, as according to Bella, right? Nga, if only there wouldn't be a lot of these the minority or impoverished, no, then it would definitely help mutabang unta na to make the streets a little bit more safer and more comfortable for us to walk. Kaya di
Yeah.
mata mahadlok, di ba?
Correct, yeah.
That's a good point.
Okay, how about you, sir?
Yes.
Si
as-
Bert, no?
Bart.
Bart, okay.
Yes, as a person nga
Taga Samar, that taga Samar,
no,
okay.
na invading here in Cebu City.
Okay, how long have you been? How long?
Invading.
Yes.
How long have you been living in
Like,
Cebu?
2 years.
2 years now.
Okay,
Okay, okay.
Dili na invading. You're already technically
Sugboano na ka ba?
Sugboano na ka.
na ka.
Not that as
Not quite.
Okay.
So, in my experience, kay after class, I jog man. So
Okay,
from
perfect.
Exercise, as
yes,
exercise. Okay.
from Orgilio to Fuentes. So what I did is that I feel first kanang gain my security kay bisag unsay mahitabo along my way kanang secure jud ko. And in my experience, if walkable ba ang Cebu City, yes, it is, but the top priority is secured first ang imong self.
Okay.
Yes.
So imo ang experience, personal experience in the 2 years that you have been in Cebu. Tell me about your experience in terms of the security of the streets of Cebu.
I like how the police nga nagaguard sila every street.
Okay,
I
okay.
mean, there are some people mang good nga kung mukuan sila is dili na a guard,
Okay.
but I like how the police are there to feel security
Okay.
sa mga tao, sa mga Sugboanon.
Okay. So na-experience nga ngilad in terms of security in the 2 years that you have been living here in Cebu from Samar.
Wala
pa so
wala
far.
pa so far,
Well, that's
wala pa.
amazing, right?
Yes.
2 years and no security problems
Thank God.
whatsoever. Thank
Fortunately.
goodness. How about you, ma'am? Sir, patindog na ba nimo siya, sir? What? Say, tell me your name and your where you're from. Go ahead.
I am Karen, and I
Hi,
am
Karen.
Hi, you're a Karen?
No, I
You're not a Karen. Your name is just Karen.
Just Karen.
Okay.
am C.
With a C.
With a
C.
I like how she
Okay.
confirmed that.
I can caveat C ding a Karen. So you're not one of those. Anyway, so Karen, taga-asa ka, Karen?
I am from Mandaue.
From Mandaue. So tell me about your experience walking the streets of Cebu.
The same as Shamel, I have been walking to from Orhelio, from our school to Santo Niño.
Okay. Santo Niño, the church, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Santo Niño, the church. I always walk there, and I felt sometimes kind of not secured because there's a lot of people na marag. But there are a lot of students man sad, so I could feel the connection, like we're walking to the same path, and yeah.
So na experience nga security concerns, security issues, na nakita nga ngilad nga hinitabo sa imong paglakaw from your school in Orhelio sa Southwestern University all the way to Santo Niño in the times that you have been walking.
Gladly no.
Wala pag yun, di ba?
Yeah.
So that's actually a great news. But do you still where does that fear come from? Nga wala pa mo ka naka-experience og bati asa man sa mga istorya ra imong nadunggan, di ba?
Yeah, from the news,
Okay.
like naatoy time nga naatoy student or naay tiguang marag na slash iyahang neck.
Okay.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Good thing naatoy from the UC
Okay.
Med, and she helped that. Yeah,
Kanong na-slash may yang neck? Unsa man to? Was it like a murder attempt or was it like a
I don't really know
robbery?
about
Unsa man to siya?
that. I don't really
Snatching?
know, but yeah, maybe.
So nadunggan na to ni mga istorya.
Yeah.
Unsa man sa social media or
Social media.
ra to siya. Sometimes man gud ang ato ang perception is muddled by what we read atong mabasahan, di ba? And I think man gud, this is just my personal opinion, okay? And I think this is still valid because I feel nga ang atong perception sa safety man gud is mura og exaggerated because of what we read in social media.
Yeah.
I think the truth is somewhere in the middle nga.
Okay.
Ngilad but I think in this small sample size of 4,
there was only one that actually saw it in front of her eyes, right? But it was in another area, pa gyud, in a very saturated, very populated area. Diya dapita sa may Elizabeth Mall.
Yeah,
Diya
sa Imo dapit.
Imo
Okay.
dapita. Daghan gyud ng tao diya, right?
Yeah.
And of course, the more people there are, of course, the more sample size you have, the more possibility of anything happening,
Okay. So you
including
think that
including
the
crime.
safety issue in this sense is not necessarily like
I think it's overblown.
Okay.
I sincerely think it's overblown. I feel because ako they were talking about the security of the environment during the past administration and now even the previous.
compared to karon.
Yeah,
Okay.
and even before that administration, pariha naman.
You feel like it's the
Oh,
same.
nothing has
Okay.
changed really.
Okay.
It's just a perception. It's a perception war sometimes that they're playing with us. You know what I mean? That's what because they have other agendas, right? That they're politicians. They're people who want people to feel they're doing this
It's
and
not
doing
safe now.
Yeah,
or
or
that.
whatever,
Okay.
right? Whatever it is.
Or I feel like it also could be different from our perspective compared to the students mismo,
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
And you don't necessarily have to experience nga makawatan ka to know nga naagi mga snatcher diha nga dapit.
Correct, correct.
No, and
Yeah.
I'm looking at this from the perspective. I used to go to Cebu Doctors University.
Okay, okay.
And my brother goes there as well. Yeah. Recently, there he has mga batchmates and classmates nga natulisan good in that area, right? So, I feel like it's still an imminent threat bitaw ka ng safety, and
Okay, okay.
it's a big contributing
Yeah,
factor as
yeah.
to why a lot of people would take nga dili good walkable, especially in specific
Areas, right?
areas and times of the day.
Yeah. So,
right? So magdali mo uli before it gets dark.
Kana na problema, masulbad naman na, di ba? Kaya you assign security in those areas, right?
Supposedly.
Number one. Number two, you assign on specific times of the day also. Niya makakita kag wangwang, makakita kag police car in the area. Mahadlok man ang mga tao magkuhan. Kanang Sibudok imong gihisgutan. Tinuod gyud na kay kanang Cebu Doctors University nga area man gud.
Yeah,
Murag
it's
ngit-ngit man kay na diya.
sketchy. Yeah.
No, ngit-ngit gyud na diya, di ba? Unya kaning dagko kay mga daan. But I predict that place will be super safe very soon because there's Mandani Bay there. You know, there's Bay Hotel, there's Park Mall. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of developments there, and I think the security of that area will only increase. But there once was a time, you can only look back at the time nga medyo dili kay safe ang Sibudok. Imuan nga ni kanta ni Cookies, di ba?
Kanisha, this
Yeah?
next song, you
Yeah,
guys.
Di ba nga na Snatcher song, di ba?
Yeah, Snatcher Rap by Cookies.
On 105.1 TMC.
The best of us.
All right. Thank you, guys. Next.
Guys, thank you so much.
You are amazing. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. And sorry about what you experienced. I hope you won't experience that again.
Yeah, hopefully next time. No more na sa Cebu. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Our next four.
Yeah. We're actually looking for DJs, huh? If you guys wanna be a part, Mamban. We're looking for student shows. We want to do a student show here. So maybe we can do give us a stream of different people.
Hi guys.
Maybe we should. You have a Facebook, huh?
Okay, so later on after the song ends, can we put the and then we'll ask you guys to introduce yourselves. So
Nalagyan
you
yung
just use this
PR
mic,
works?
these two mics.
Sila ni Juan, sila ni,
So introduce your name and then where you're from, your Palestine, you are from Cebu, and then we'll ask the question. Our topic for today is Ganahan Ka Mag Lakaw2 sa Syudad sa Sugbo. So do you think that Cebu is a walkable city? What's your mga experiences? And then let us know lang. So Jiggy would always emphasize a big part of communications kaya dapat masaktan sa mga tao. So don't hesitate. If you want to speak in English, you can speak in English. If you feel more comfortable in Bisaya, okay, good. So that's fine with us. As long as get across your point and you feel comfortable, that's what matters the most. Right? Okay. Sige. Would you like to have a seat first? Sige. You're a Cookies fan, no? Okay, nag-sing mo ka sa lyrics. I think you like the song. So, mo na siya, gi-play ni Jiggy kanina siya na song ka. Hingis ko sa mga classmates about her experience, kaya nakakita daw siya na na-snapchat sa mall. So, that's one of the reasons daw why she feels like dili ka walkable ang city of Cebu. But if you have different opinions na disagree again, that's fine.
So funny. Brad, if you're in your 40s, but trust me, they do not love sponsorship.
That's the reality. You really think that's love? Come on, guys.
Yeah, we can talk about that some other time.
Hi guys, welcome to Top of the Morning. I am Jimmy Juice.
And my name is Justine Arga. Okay.
105.1 TMC, the most Cebu music. Okay.
With Snatcher Rap.
The Snatcher Rap. It's funny when I first heard that song, I thought it was attributed to the Cebu Doc that he mentioned is Cebu Doctors University.
Okay.
As it turns out,
It's not the university.
The hospital, eh?
Hospital yung pasabot, no? Yeah. So, naghisgotaan na, guys, because our topic for today's Onisay to Sugbo is ganahan ba mo maglaka-laka sa Syudad Sugbo? Or is Cebu ever gonna be a walkable city?
Ever going to be a walkable
Yeah.
city? What are your thoughts on that? Please introduce yourselves. Tell me your name. Tell us your names. You can grab the microphone. You have to learn how to speak close to the microphone. Importante kayo na siya because you guys are mass comm students, right? Communication students. It's
From
important.
Southwestern, right?
Yes, it's important to put your mouths near the microphone and then kung dili siya kaayo, kung kusog na siya, imong iplayo, di ba? And all of that stuff. What's your name? Go ahead. And tell me taga-asa pud mo. Go ahead.
Hi everyone, I'm MG Torrejos from Mandaue City.
From Mandaue City. How about you?
Hello everyone. Good morning. My name is Jill Makapas. I am from
Jill.
Jill,
Okay.
J-I-L-O.
Okay.
And I'm from Leyte.
From Leyte.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hello everyone, I'm John R.V. Y. Servano. I'm from Salsada, Eastern Samar.
Eastern Samar. Okay. This is the second
Yeah.
Samarian.
Samarian.
Samaritan.
So what do you call Samaritan?
What do you call somebody from Samar? Taga sa Samar. Ano sa tawag nila?
Waraynon.
Waraynon. Dili de Samaritan. Okay. Okay, how about you, sir?
Good morning, everyone. I am Robinson Impas Jr. from Lapu-Lapu City.
All the way from Lapu-Lapu, descendant of Lapu-Lapu. So, tell me about your thoughts. Into imong paminaw ani ma'am kaning ang syudad sa Sugbo. Will it ever become a walkable city? Ganahan ba ka maglakaw-lakaw sa syudad sa Sugbo? Go ahead.
For me, walkable siya, but sometimes nalang kan I agree with Shamel cause kanang especially at night dili siya safe for me because me myself naka-try out na snatch siya og phone.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
Nasnatch siya na ka ikaw mismo?
Yeah.
Wrong sound effect. No? Katawa na naman.
Sorry.
It's meant to be the tun tun tun. Paita.
So, nganong, tell me about your experience.
Yeah, your
Asa dapita ka na snatch yan? Go ahead.
Kanang padulong ko sa amo it's near sa home.
Asa, which is where's home, if you don't mind? Asa man dapita?
Kabangkalan.
Kabangkalan, sa Mandaue. Okay.
Dapit sa Shell tapos
Okay.
Gisugat ko dito. It was after my kuan kanang after school.
Okay.
Tapos nag-commute ko dito ko ni kuan ni Naog. Tapos giduol ko nakamotor siya.
Oh my goodness.
And then okay sad ko. Confidence sad ko na ako sa akong phone. And then pag naog na ko kay giduol ko kanang kamay na knife gali nga.
Oh my goodness.
Kitchen knife ana.
Okay.
Tapos giana ko na yan nag-ilog ni.
So,
So you were cut?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Sukol bang ko kasi.
Okay.
Isukol na ito.
Isukol
So,
ko.
nagmotor siya.
Ninaog siya.
Ninawag siya siyang motor.
And then, nag-wait siya na ako siguro mo labang. Tapos wala ko kalabang. Isugat siya na ako. So, yeah.
Gisugat ka niya galakaw.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is in Mandaue, right? In Kanduman. Okay. So, successful siya pagkuha sa imuhang
cellphone.
telepono kay gi-slash imuhang.
Wala niya. Nisukol ko.
Okay.
Akong
Giyon sa man nimo pagsukol.
Ako
Gibira-bira sa nimo imong cellphone.
So, are you holding the same phone? Kanang telepono mo na
No, nag-change na ko kay
New phone na lang.
Okay.
Goodness.
Okay.
Because of that kay nag-change ko phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, asa dapita sa Kanduman?
Kabangkalan.
Asa dapita?
Dapit sa Shell. Kabangkalan na elementary school.
Okay.
Likod ana, na siya kuan, row.
Okay.
Tapos na shoulder.
Okay.
Dapit.
But do you still continue to walk? Sige ka maglakaw-lakaw after that or na-trauma na ka?
Agig hapon ko din.
Okay, niya unsa man imong gibuhat nga para you'll feel a little bit safer now. Unsa man imong mga precautionary measures? Gainusara ka atong paglakaw nimo dito sa may kabangkalan?
Yes.
Ha?
Yes.
Gabi pag unsang oras to siya?
Mga around 9.
Oh, okay. Gabi, gabi na sa gid. Nga nang galakaw-lakaw mo sa kagabi.
Laag-laag?
Hindi, commute lang ko. It's not that
Okay.
tumandawid.
Okay.
The commute
Traffic,
itself takes
yeah.
time.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
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 When we asked, laag-laag si Gaging mata, no? She's like,
Oh.
no.
Well, actually, I'm alagaan.
Laga-
You're
laga
alaga,
today
no?
ka,
So,
oh.
but at that time specifically, you're
But
coming home from school.
gaino Sara sa gato.
Sa koan.
Paglakaw-lakawan mo itong adlaw.
Yes.
Ya kay
para usa.
kay ka namang kung kawatan ka, mangita am jud kag kaning prey kanang mangita
A
kag
victim.
tao nga
Okay.
victim nga kanang murag sayon bitaw. Kay gihisgot mi niya ganiha nga kinanglan ka mag-rubber shoes. Kinanglan ka tan-aw nila nga ayay gukdon masira ko ani ko mangawat ko. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Ikaw grabe kay ka.
Harmless kay ko lang taon kasi
Yeah.
I'm petit.
Yeah, mo lagi so basig ang tanawon sa kawatan
pwede
nimo
rin na-
pwede rin siya. So mag-rubber shoes juga kanang taas nga rubber shoes. Pag kuma isukag naong makan maganana ka bitaw.
No, but to my surprise, is ni sukul gid siya, no?
Yes,
Ilugay
yes,
tan siya sa
yes,
iyang cellphone.
yes, yes.
Yeah, so I don't know if that helps sometimes if
Ako peligro na usay kanang
Yeah.
basig
on one hand, pwede ma-intimidate ang snatch siya mga siya, ay nalang, kay
Oh.
kanang fighter, man kayo ni siya.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
Basig-
parang sa imong case, nga
basig-
slash na noon ka.
basig
Oh
na
my
iposil pa nang
goodness.
snatch o kabaw. Anyway, so
Yeah.
next ma'am.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for your insight. Yes. Ikaw, nakalakaw-lakaw na ba ka sa Syudad sa Sugbo? And tell us about it, your experience.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
A lot of times.
Okay.
Especially because I'm a student here.
Okay.
So I'm studying here.
Okay.
So with that, I
Asam
was
ka naglakaw-lakaw?
usually from Orhelio
Okay.
to Fuente
Okay.
to jog, walk, or run.
Okay.
Okay.
So to jog, walk, or run. So you never walked to like a purposeful walk, meaning to say nga nakay
Just to take a stroll.
tuyo,
or-
nakay tuyo nga kaning nga importante, nga naglakaw ka. Kay those that you mentioned, nag-stroll, nag-exercise, nag-walk, mura man siya kaning imuha man ng for your own free will man na siya, but
Yeah.
nakay panahon ng lakaw ka nga nakay tuyo gud mismo.
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
Like for example.
For example, I would go to Fuente to eat some food
Okay,
or,
okay.
Meet up with friends
Okay,
and
okay,
all that.
okay.
But mostly I do go to Fuente to jog, run,
Okay,
or walk
okay.
just to keep my mind relaxed
Okay.
and at peace.
So gikan sa Orhelio. So
Yes, from
tell
Orhelio.
me about your experience walking from Orhelio all the way to Fuente Osmeña.
Well, for me personally, walking from Orhelio to Fuente Osmeña is, for me, it's safe.
Okay,
Based
okay.
on my
Orhelio
experience.
to Fuente is fine.
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
All right.
And, well, I've been living here for like 2 years.
Okay,
And
okay.
I've been
Yeah.
walking in those same exact streets for 2 years
Okay.
as well.
Same
Okay.
route, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
same route. And
Okay.
based on my experience, it's safe. I've mentioned that earlier, and I have never experienced, bad experiences.
Thank
such
God.
as,
Fortunately, no?
Yes, fortunately, I have never experienced being snatched.
Okay.
Or being harmed by someone else.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Thankfully.
so in that sense, would you say that Cebu is a walkable area? In your 2 years of 2 years experience of walking around Cebu, from that same route lang, would you say that Cebu is more walkable or is walkable rather?
I would answer that question 50-50. Why?
Okay, perfect.
50% mainly because in my experience, based on my experience, it was safe for me.
Okay,
for you.
But yes, another 50% on the contrary, I have heard, talks, hearsays about people, especially friends, saying that they experienced some kind of things. They were snatched, they were harmed by other people. So I would say at some point it's really not that safe.
Okay.
But for me, it was, thankfully.
So
In your own
so
experience.
perception wise, 50% is from other people, not your personal
Yeah,
experience, right?
Okay.
And your sample size is only 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So of course, especially kung imong pangutanon somebody who's been here all their lives, of course
It
there's
might be. It would be different.
different yun na siya kay, like their sample size
Yeah.
is longer, right? And maybe the city is becoming much safer than
Before.
5 years ago,
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 years ago, or 20 years ago,
I
for that
agree.
matter,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But before anything else, you're from Leyte, right?
Yes.
May I ask where in Leyte?
Latest, specifically in Isabel. Are you familiar?
Isabel. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
speak Bisaya there as well, right?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Okay. I'm interested because my mom is Waray. Shout out sa mga taga Burawin Leyte who might be watching us.
Mga waray.
Mga Waray, no? And then I know that our next speaker is also from Leyte as well.
Go ahead, tell me about your experience walking the streets of Cebu.
Cebu.
Your name and your location.
Hello, my name is John Irvi Waiservano, and I'm from Salcedo, Eastern Samar.
Okay.
Samar, okay.
But now you live in Rogelio.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most of them actually live near their schools. You you notice that? Yeah, go ahead.
Based on my experience living in Rogelio, like there was like it was 1 month. I was 1 month living there, and I was roaming around, and then I saw a police with a K9, and then with that, I felt secured sa Aurelio, and I think I always want to walk there, and and for me, walking is a therapeutic activity.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And I like to walk during night.
Okay. Okay.
Maguna-huna lang street walking.
So asa man ka usually ang imuhang na experience nga paglakaw sa syudad sa Sugbo, asa man ka dapita usually mo adto, asa ka padung?
Aurelio to Fuente,
okay.
and Aurelio to Santo Niño.
Okay. So maglakaw-lakaw lang ka ng lugar onya in the how many years? 2 years also, right?
2 years.
So you've never also experienced anything towards anything bad in terms of your security there? In that route kanang sa Rogelio, Santo Niño, Rogelio, Fuente Osmeña, wala pa.
No,
wala pa so far. But have you heard of horror stories also from other people? Your friends and classmates, yeah.
Yeah, I read about it in newspapers.
The news mismo. Okay, okay.
And news.
But fortunately, wala ni mo na experience mismo.
Wala.
Okay.
Natay mga kaigsunan diri yung iyon sa mga classmates si David Poblete. Kaila mo na niya kinsa man David Poblete. Si Jill Rekina. Kaila mo na niya.
Yes.
Kinsa man na sila?
Classmates.
Ang gibinoangan mo
Ayog sige glingi daw Irvi.
Oh, niya ayog pahughong kuno diha.
Irvi
Kinsa may sigughong dia. Naunsa man ni sila.
I love how your classmates are supportive of
Mayong bungkag ni mo diha Eugene og si Joel Lim, daghang salamat sa inyong pagpaminaw.
Thank you so much, guys.
Natay ni sulti rin nga okay ra kuno siya muglakaw-lakaw sa Cebu. Basta na lang kuno iro siya kuyog.
Mausan.
Oh, okay, that's a kind of security blanket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so a lot of the students so far have mentioned weather. That's one of the things that makes Cebu not so walkable.
Okay.
Then we have the safety issue, kana mga snatcher.
It never really actually came only once, I think, nga katong weather, right?
Yeah. Earlier, no?
So how about you, sir?
So our last.
What's your name and where are you from, if you don't mind? Tell us, please.
I am Robinson Impas Jr.
Okay,
I'm
taga Cebu ka?
Yeah, from Lapu-Lapu.
Okay.
Lapu-Lapu.
So
okay.
asa man ka nagpuyo ka sa Lapu sad?
Yes.
I mean like you didn't relocate or have a dorm or whatever in Southwestern. Okay. So tell me about your experience walking the streets of Cebu City. Naglakaw-lakaw na ba ka sa syudad sa Sugbo? An asa man ka padung? O nganong galakaw-lakaw man ka?
Dili ko hilig og lakaw-lakaw.
Okay. Social di ka na, social. Social ka.
Indoor siya.
Okay.
Motor. Okay.
All right.
Dili ko usually mo lakaw.
Anong dili mo ka hilig maglakaw-lakaw? Ngano man? Ni motor na hinon siya, mas laagan pa hinon.
Laagan lang sa motor.
Okay, nganong dili mo ka hilig maglakaw-lakaw, sir?
Okay. Kanang mas daghan magud kuan kanang buhatonon sa balay, so
okay. Okay.
Family. Then sa akong experience.
So you mean to say nga kanang paglakaw-lakaw luxury na siya, dili na siya kaning kinanglan kay mas importante nga buhaton?
Maglakaw-lakaw lang if naay kanang mga tuyo bitaw. Ayan na lang. So kadiyot na kay galakaw-lakaw.
Okay, so you're saying ang imuhang mga responsibility mas ma-fulfill nimo kung dili ka maglakaw, kung magmotor ka. Right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So unsa may advantages sa kaning magmotor ka versus maglakaw-lakaw ka?
Kana.
For me, kay mas safe if magmotor, if na kay kuan.
Really? How about all of the spate of accidents involving motorcycles in Cebu? Mas daghan naman juga yung mga aksidente nga na motorsiklo, right? And you're probably more prone to accidents nga motor ka kaysa galakaw-lakaw ka, di ba?
Yeah.
So what do you mean by safe?
Like mas makabaw mo ka kay kagalingon nimo kuan like kung sa maglakaw-lakaw lang ka kay namagi mga tao nga kanang mo encounter bitaw nimo nga wadyo mo accident lang gid ba like,
Okay.
nasa lang mga plans.
Okay. So mga kawatan, mga snatcher and all of that stuff, right?
Yeah,
so kung magmotor ka, mas dili ka mas snatchan, right? All right?
So for me mas dili siya safe ang Cebu ay 50-50 lang siya.
Okay. Same as your class, 50-50.
Ngano nakaingon man kana, sir?
I never experienced nga gisnatch.
Okay.
But I think mostly magod sa mga snatchers is ilahang target is mga solo person bitaw, like mga
Mag-inusara. Pareha to niya, di ba?
Yeah, especially mga girls. So a little advice from me is kanang if maglakaw-lakaw bitaw.
Okay.
Lamot na ka ng gabi kay mas maayo if nakikuyog or someone nga kanang bisag kinsa lang nga tapok.
Or pwede mga girls mangita mag-boyfriend.
Kana. Are you volunteering yourself sa ato mga listeners kay ikaw ang mukuyog? Mo siguro na iyang ingon guys, no?
Mo siguro na sa diba for your safety and convenience, girls.
Ako nalay ninyo.
Pangitan lang mag-boyfriend.
I like how his reactions, like the way he's saying it, but is guys, I would suggest na magkuyog. Nakigipadungog-dungog diha, no? Imong classmate siguro.
Kinsa imong gipadungog-dungog, sir? Ay. Daghang salamat and thank you so much.
Say David Poblete, one of your classmates, say pa-shout out akong amiga kong mga amiga kong tunay.
Amega. Ngano Amega. Dili ka amiga, Amega. Daghang salamat, guys.
Thank you so much, guys. So
in case you're wondering what's happening here, you're actually listening to the communication students of Southwestern University joining us in our Mag-anisay ta Sugbo.
Yeah, letting us know their inputs as to if ganahan ba sila maglakaw-lakaw sa Syudad Sugbo.
Yes.
Or if they think that Cebu is ever gonna be a walkable city.
Yes, and
thank you so much, guys.
And ingon si Bert,
si Robinson.
Robinson, sorry. Nga kinanglan kuno nga mga babae kuno kay mo kuno vulnerable kuno kaayo nga nagi kuyog, especially maybe lalaki siguro lang kuyog. So ayo mo pagbugo-bugo diha. Mangita na mga uyab. Don't be bogo in love, right?
Kana.
On 105.1 TMC.
The best of us.
Bisag sakit na.
That's my way to agree always. I will have the last four.
Thank you,
Thank you guys.
Thank you for sharing, bro. Thank you.
It was nice to meet you.
I love your voice, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
Did you do radio? Did you do media in Guanin?
No, sir, but I would love to.
So maybe you can tell Ma'am Van, because we have a radio program here for students. Tell her about it, huh?
So you have like an addition.
Yeah. We have a studio.
Thank you, sir.
Next, please. Malakaw na ka, right?
Natin pa. I can do for the last few minutes. Hi guys! Welcome! Hi! So just the three of you? Wala si Miss Van? Miss Van, join us!
No, it's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, sige. Our three ladies na lang. Last lady. Guys, so we'll have two microphones. This one and that one. And then you can wear the earphones. Kindly speak close to it later niya. Introduce yourselves. Your name, asa mo, taga-asa mo diri sa Cebu. And then atong topic for today is, ganahan ba mo maglakaw-lakaw sa Syudad Sugbo? Or do you feel like Sugbo is a walkable city? And as Gigi mentioned earlier, feel free to speak in English, Bisaya, kung sa language nga kanang mas maka-explain good mo sa imong ideas, no?
Sa inyong gibati.
Sa inyong gibati. Yeah. And then we're also live on YouTube right now. So inyong mga classmates, they're watching us, si Jill Requina and David Poblete. These are the cameras right here. Kani mga gamay na.
Kasi ganahan yung kanta nga Binisaya or Bisaya.
Yeah, kana.
Mountain View. Ah? Unsay nga?
Ayaw. But kinsa man nga artist?
Cookies.
Cookies? Okay, we'll play that. Biblop. What else?
Unsay nga? Ansa?
Kusyaman.
Wala nga.
TJ Monterde. Okay, TJ Monterde.
Gana lang.
Kung Shaman by TJ Monterde. Okay. Love song ni siya? Heartbreak? Anthem din na to? Isa tayo? Pwede po, pwede.
For today.
Let's play commercial break. Play one song and.
Okay. Sige, we'll have a commercial, one song, and then we'll ask you guys. Get
You
comfortable,
guys
little
around over
guys.
here?
Don't be anxious. You got this. So your course is communications. Okay. Just posting the mga post ko sa ato mga topics because we're trying to get people to join. So the kinds of mga comments ni mga classmates niyo ay. Wala ko daghan ni Gusyo. Walang because of the exposure. Wachichu. Wachichu, thank you for joining us. And Jill Rakina. Timbahay daw. Ano siya kanina ba? Ayaw sige lingi Irvi. Irvi, ayaw pag-home. Kaya maawawan kayo yung classmate, no?
Discounts on everything you need for your dream space. From stylish styles to durable hardware to stunning lighting and kitchen essentials, we've got discounts you won't want to miss. Prices are slashed down across the board. 15% off on most DIY and household products. 20% off on all lighting fixtures. And up to 15% discount on select tiles and toilet and bath items. And there's more. Get an additional 2% off on our Sunday special. Whether you're building, renovating, or simply updating, this is the best time to get more for less. Visit any of our Cebu Home and Builder Center branches in Manila, Mactan, and Bacalso, Consolacion, Miglaquilla, Carcar, Toledo, and enjoy mega deals all season long. Don't miss out, create, and shop the mega year-end sale from November
Yeah, that's a good idea. Bitaw. Kung dagan ko na maglako-lako, dagan ko na negosyo.
Yeah, like
Diba? Diba? Because people will be selling vendors and stuff, right? And then, the street food phenomenon, di ba?
Yeah.
Kaya parang ako ang gulang atong street food scene diri kanang more siya inspired by Hong Kong ba? Mura tag mag-street food lang.
Hong Kong,
mga
food ano ba?
Mag-street food lang kunoy ba? Parang nangalito, but people don't really actually walk there.
That's
They
true.
park their cars sa mercado.
And then they still park the cars and then still go out to eat. Same thing like Yapo, no? Give me a sec, Jiggy. I think I would need to go in a bit. But let me see.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Westwoods Colleges Incorporated, Cabrera Street, Pasag San Nicolas, Cebu City. Gusto ka bang mag-nursing o nurse or nursing graduate na gusto mo apply locally o abroad? Or nangita ka magpinakapalato? Pag-home nursing school na aprobado sa CHED sa Cebu, enroll tayo sa Bachelor of Science in Nursing sa Westwoods Colleges Incorporated. College of Nursing, matag silang free promo rate sa first 100 na magpendo sa nursing. Tawag tayo sa 0956-926-4112 or 0968-861-9933 o palitan ang si Dr. Rizali or Napoli o tawag sa 032-383-8241 or 0961-146-7836. Wala na po tayong website, westwoodscameros@gmail.com o kahas na itong Facebook page, Westwoods Colleges Incorporated. Westwoods Colleges Incorporated, College of Nursing, a school of conscience, love, and compassion.
Atong diskutan karong buntaga sa mga resign sa Sugbo is Ganahan Ka Mag Lakaw2 sa Syudad sa Sugbo.
A walkable city.
Let
Is
us-
it ever gonna be a walkable city?
Yes, according to Wachichu. Good morning, kuno Sir Jiggy and the Miss Beautiful Justine. If daghan maglakaw-lakaw, daghan negosyo mo lambo because of the exposure. That's absolutely correct, right?
You mentioned something earlier about like street markets
Yeah,
and
street
like the
food.
vendors.
Yeah,
that would boom.
Yeah, that would definitely boom. And then, ang mga negosyante, there people will have livelihoods.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then maybe that could be a replacement for, let's say, the jeepney drivers, for example, right? Kung if ever gali,
Like, may mga vendors
that's
for
another
ano.
opportunity for them, di ba?
Yeah. That's another aspect they can look into to earn.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. And I think that's just waiting to happen. Di ba? Murag tanaw ko, murag dako kayong puruhan nga daghan kay makanegosyo ang magkitas lag daghang maglakaw-lakaw, di ba? Right?
Yeah, it would definitely increase the number of people who would want to
Yes.
walk around Cebu. If daghan bitaw mga, you know what? Like personally, I don't really like walking for fun because in general, di man gid ko tig exercise. But if there would be like the motivation would be mga different stalls sa streets,
Yeah.
na mapagkaon, I think I would walk around.
But isn't
it's like a reward for me.
Being healthy
Sweet treats.
isn't being healthy a reward for you?
Yeah, but Chigi, I would prefer the food and the snacks that would be
Okay, but that,
sold to side of the
but that's the opposite of
That's the opposite.
of
Hindi kay
exercising.
mabawi man kay nag-walking man ko lumay ko,
Ah,
di ba?
okay,
And
okay.
then at the end of the walk, coffee break.
Ah,
di ba?
so.
So it's not necessarily. Come on, guys, what do you think?
But before that, furniture lovers, this is for you. It's a sale you've been waiting for. Living in Style Mega Year-End Sale. It's bigger than ever. It's happening only until December 15. 50% off on select furniture pieces. Upgrade your living room, transform your bedroom, or revamp your dining area for less. Visit Living in Style at the second level of the Park Mall, Mandaue City. They're open now. Nag-abli sila ganyan alas 10 sa buntag hangtod sa alas 7 karong gabi. Or you can go online, livinginstyle.store. Shop in-store for a chance to win exciting giveaways. Don't miss this incredible opportunity to save big and end the year in style. Hurry on down to Living in Style at the second level of the Park Mall, Mandaue City. They're open until 7 p.m. tonight. Go visit them, okay? Atong tak na karon 4 minutos nang nilabay sa alas 11. And Justine, can you introduce me to your friends over here? Go ahead.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our guests from Southwestern University students taking up the mass communications course, right? Hi guys, welcome to TMC. Welcome to Top of the Morning with Jiggy Juice and Justine Arvia. So atong question today is, ganahan ba ka maglakaw-lakaw sa Syudad sa Sugbo? Do you think that Cebu is ever going to be a walkable city?
So maybe you can use the headphones if you guys want. You can use your headphones like a real DJ would. Okay, because
Right.
yeah,
Okay,
you
anyone can
use
go
the
first.
headphones. Go ahead. Anyone can
So
go
kindly
first.
introduce your
Yeah.
name
Go ahead.
and where you're from sa Sugbo.
Give me a second. Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Julia Dora.
Hi, Julia.
Hi, Julia.
Taga-asam ka, Julia?
I'm not really from Cebu.
Okay.
I'm from Calbayog City, Samar.
Samar.
Samar,
Oh.
okay.
What's
Another
with
waray. Daghan og
What's with
waray.
Samar and Southwestern? Can you tell us? Anong daghan man taga Samar at sa Southwestern?
I think
Is it because it begins with the letter S? Ano man?
Somewhere non think that kanang Cebu offers kanang schools
Yeah. Okay.
with kanang a good system.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
I think
Okay.
maybe that's one of the reasons why somewhere nons go here
Okay.
to Cebu.
Okay. How about you? How about you, ma'am? Your name and your location. I mean, where are you from?
My name is Rhea. I'm from Lahugla.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And how about you?
Hi, I'm Zachi Biatsale from Sambuan, Cebu. But
Sambuan, okay.
Wow, okay.
But currently residing sa Mabolo.
Mabolo.
In
okay.
Mabolo.
Ikaw taga
okay.
Mabolo, taga Lahog.
Lahog?
Ikaw nga taga Samar, asa ka kapuyo diri sa Cebu?
Sa kanang Orhelio
Orhelio.
Maldives residence.
Okay, so tell
Okay.
me about your experience walking the streets of the city of Cebu. Go ahead.
Personally, I'm not really into walking.
Okay.
But I think kanang Cebu can be walkable.
Okay.
But there are certain areas that doesn't offer kanang pedestrian friendly
Okay.
sidewalks,
Okay.
crossings. So it's not really safe, I can
Okay.
tell.
So,
Okay.
have you experienced walking in Cebu?
I have
Okay, asa man ka naglakaw-lakaw sa Syudad sa Sugbo?
sa IT Park.
Okay. Gikan ka sa?
I know.
Just walking around
Yeah,
IT
sa
Park.
IT Park
Okay,
lang.
okay.
Okay.
Pero
Okay.
commute ko padung sa IT Park.
Okay.
Okay.
So nga naman, you mentioned nga dili kay ka ganahan maglakaw-lakaw. Do you have the same reason as Justine? You don't like the exercise or what?
I think walking can be very tiring.
Okay.
Tapos,
Same good day, Jiggy. Same good day, okay?
Okay.
It's also time consuming.
Okay.
Especially when you're in
okay.
rush.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I usually
So you think like walking is a luxury in a way because it's time consuming, right?
yes, it can be if you're if you love walking.
Okay.
Pero
No, but we're talking about kaning purposeful walking ba kanang moadto ka og usa ka lugar. For example, mulakaw ka gikan sa imong gipuy-an padung sa imong eskwelahan, right? You mentioned you don't like it because it's time consuming. So you leave earlier. For example, why not do that? Nganong dili man ka mulakaw because kapuyan ka mulakaw, right? That's part of the reason, right?
yes.
Okay.
But I don't mean that kanang walking from my place to school.
Okay.
Because I usually walk from my place to school.
Okay,
Pero
because
I
you
can't-
live in Orhelio Raman sa,
Yes.
diba? Dool ra kayo, diba?
Yes. Pero if it's something that if it's somewhere that is far,
Okay.
I don't walk.
So maybe na kay tolerable distance, di ba?
Kana.
So maybe na siguro distansya nga okay ra namang maglakaw, di ba?
Yes.
Pero na po distansya nga
Too much na po.
Too
Kapoy
much
na si
kapoy
Gayo.
na po kayo sa would you be able to tell us unsay gilayon nga lakaw nga ganahan ka niya paghuman
What's tolerable and
asa
what's-
kutob ang imong paglakaw nga murag kapoy na kaistanan, maybe not in kilometers, maybe like 1 point to 1 point lang. Let's say for example mulakaw ka from IT Park to Southwestern, that's too far or not?
From IT to Southwestern, yeah.
Oh, it's
Too far.
Of course.
How about IT
It's a
Park
bit too
IT
far.
Park to Ayala?
IT Park
Okay,
to
kana.
Ayala. I've never tried walking from IT Park to Ayala,
So,
pero I think
is that doable for you?
no.
Huh? So that's still too far.
Yes, maybe
So-
around IT Park.
Around IT Park is tolerable for you. Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's interesting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How about you, ma'am? Tell us about your walking experience in the streets of Cebu. Go ahead.
I live in Lahog man.
Okay.
So,
Lahog.
Asa the log 17B?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sa,
Ang song niya.
akong among balay is Sudlunon jud kay
Okay.
naa siya sa subdivision. So like from UP to Jamesville
Okay.
subdivision.
Okay.
Every day ko na lakawon every
Okay.
morning.
So UP to Jamesville.
Yeah.
So diya ka manaog sa Jamesville. Sa
Sa
UP.
UP, oh.
Okay. Okay, I can imagine that because I know where UP is and I know where Jamesville is. So medyo taas-taas kag lakaw. Pero gabi magabihan ka usahay, di ba?
Oo. Pero pag daylight kay ara ko maglakaw, pero pag evening na gani like malapas na siya 8 kay mo sakay nako.
Why
So,
is that?
unsa
How
man
come
sakyan
sakay?
nimo?
Motor.
Kaning murag habal-habal.
Oh, move it.
Ansa?
Move
Move it
it.
from
Okay,
from UP? So mubo ra kayong distance Pilam say bayar na ni 10 pesos?
20.
20 pesos.
20.
But still, right? 20 pesos is still 20 pesos, right?
But why do you take move it instead of just walking?
Dadto nga part sa ako agian is kanang walay lights.
Mm.
So like ngit-ngit
okay.
tapos daghan og mga tambay.
Yeah, mahadlok ta, no? Okay.
Pero daghan naman kayong mga condo diha, daghan naman kayong mga bar ug restaurant yang area, di ba? Nakanotice ko, di ba? Naman kay bagong restaurant yang lami kayo kanang eat fresh diha ni paghuman na ay mga bar diha, na ay condo diha nga some
Azalea.
some saucy sounding condominium, right? Daghan kay mga developments diha. So asa man dapita mag-standby ang mga tao usually?
Dito man ko moagi gud sa kanang UP na exit.
Okay.
Ay, entrance.
Okay, okay.
So dito sa Kawayanan dapit.
Okay,
So
okay.
dira daghan.
Okay.
So unsa man ni sila, mga residents sila or mga construction workers, ha?
Mga residents.
Okay.
And then you wouldn't feel so comfortable walking around with mga
Kay
tambay.
mag-catfish, ay mag-call man good.
Mag-catcall sila,
You know
mag-catcall
what?
sila.
That's also
Yeah.
that's a interesting perspective
Yeah,
sa
yeah,
no
yeah.
nga. One of the reasons
Okay.
why usahay hesitate ang mga babae in particular. Mo tong gihiskot sa inyong classmate kanina that you should have someone to walk with at night. And there's always this fear. And I think it's not nice to hear no
Okay.
nga mao na gina-experience pero mao gid ang reality that a lot of girls would actually be afraid to walk around, and that's why they're hesitant or they don't see Cebu as a walkable city kay
Yeah.
mahadlok sila nga i-cut ko or they feel uncomfortable, right?
That's why you have to have a boyfriend, right?
That's what Robinson, your classmate, said earlier, no?
yeah.
Marag nag-volunteer siya to
Para dili kayo complicated ba? You can call him a walking boyfriend.
Kana na lang. Okay.
A walking boyfriend,
So
oh.
outside of walking,
Wala na.
dili mo uyab.
Dili mo uyab.
Paita, it's contracted.
Maglakaw-lakaw ra mo, di ba?
Paita
Pwede mag-holding hands, bahala na. Pero
siya, pwede ta mag-date, ka nga. No.
kutob ra sa ruta.
Oh.
Di ba?
Only for walking.
Oh,
Paita, no?
Oh.
Contracted na din, no?
Maybe we just created a whole new category of boyfriend.
Yeah.
A walking boyfriend.
No, Jiggy, you just made that's a good
Okay.
business model.
Okay.
Guys, for a summer job.
Summer job.
Walking boyfriend for rent. Maybe
Oh.
you can charge your classmates for that, no?
Maybe 5 pesos lang. So, imbes mag 20 pesos ka mag-move it, mag 5 pesos na
Yeah,
na yung may
5 na
bayad.
lang to walk. Or
Oh.
daghan na good ni customer si Robinson for that, your classmate.
How about you, ma'am?
How
Go
about
ahead.
you?
Thank you so much, by
Thank
for your
you.
input.
For
Ganahan
me,
ka maglakaw-lakaw sa syudad sa Sugbo? Go ahead.
I love to, pero kanang nay kuyog lang.
Okay.
Dili ko anad na walay kuyog na
Okay.
ako ra usa.
Asa man ka naglakaw-lakaw so far? Ang imuhang pinaka layo nga gilakwan?
Walking man ata tong
Unsa man walking?
Sisilex.
Sis-
Nagwalk.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's far. You cross the Sisilek.
Gikan sa?
Sa seaside.
Okay.
Pa Cordova.
Was it like a fun run or ano ra?
sagol siya. Like,
Okay.
run and walk.
So
Okay.
imo nang try to finish. Oh my
Na
God.
na kay tuyo dito sa Cordova or exercise to mga
exercise lang,
nimo. But
walking with classmates.
how about kind of purposeful walking ba? Kana
Around Cebu.
na kay tuyo ba na kay padungan gyud ba dili kay kanang magdagandagan lang ka for exercise? Because I think that's a different category of walking, right?
For leisure. So
Yeah,
have you
okay,
tried ba nga nakituyo sa Cebu that you really were able to walk around?
Kanang, para nako, kanang dool lang, kanang makaya lang.
Okay, like asa man imong makaya. Give me an example of lugar nga imong giadtuan nga nakaya ra nimo.
Kanang from school,
Okay.
tapos kanang ganahan mi mag ato sa Colon, like mag-eat og street foods.
Okay, okay.
Mag-walk mi
Mag-walk ra
from
mo.
Southwest to
Okay.
Colon.
Okay. Asa man street food sa Colon nga lami?
Like katong sa atubangan sa Jollibee. Like
Okay.
sa Colonnade lang jud.
Okay.
Colonnade dapit.
So lami ang pungko-pungko diya.
Dili,
Asa man
katong
dyan?
mga kwek-kwek.
Kwek-kwek.
Okay, so it's a market.
Oh,
So how was
okay.
your experience walking? Like, what's the overall gauge of that? Is it, do you enjoy walking ba from your school to
Colonnade?
Colonnade?
Okay ra ba?
Yes.
Okay ra ba?
Yes po. Na-enjoy na ko ang kuyog.
Company.
Yes.
Okay, maybe that's also why.
Yeah,
Okay, naman
yeah.
kay Kuyog. And then, what time man usually?
After class, mga hapon, mga
Okay.
5.
So
Okay.
you don't feel kaning dili safe and secure ditong area? Okay ra? Wala pa mo experience nga
Fortunately.
na-snatchan mo, nakawatan mo, what not? Wala pa?
Kanang
Nakasuway na ka?
nakakita lang.
Okay.
Like,
Tell me about it. Asa man ni dapitan hitabo niya unsa man ning adlaw niya karos man siya unsang tuigan.
Padulong ko uli sa nagsakay ko og 03A pa
Okay.
Mabolo.
Okay.
Attempted lang.
Okay.
Tapos mura ganig modos like
Asa man sud sa jeepney mismo?
Oo, jeep na
Okay.
katong traditional
Mhm.
kanang nay duha ka laki ang usa kay ni sit jud siya sa sulod like
Okay.
before siya ni sud kay na siya nga pagbantay mo sa inyong mga cellphone ingana. Tas ako nag-phone ko ato. Tas ang usa kay ni sabit lang gani.
Unsa ni sabi to di
Like ano lang.
Ani kapyot.
Ah,
Kapyot.
okay.
Okay.
Tapos akong atba nga girl kay nag-wear og gold. Like gold nga.
Oh no, gold earrings,
Okay.
jewelry.
Okay.
And then, yun
and
sa man siya.
rings. Tapos, natingala ko kay murag ang girl kay murag siya nag-ana na siya sa iyang rings.
Okay.
Nag-ana
She was
ta.
hiding them.
Oo,
Okay.
okay. Ang guy day nga gasabit kay nagsinyas niya ba nga ipakuha.
Give me your
Oo,
stuff.
ingana.
Okay.
Ingana tapos nagkanta-kanta tong duha ka guy. Like murag namasko ingana ba. Tapos ang
modus day na, no?
tapos ang murag ganig nakabantay siguro tong guys nga daghan ng tao gani kay sa carbon man to dapit ni wala man ni kuan jud ang girl kay daghang tao so if ila tong iano kay murag masakpan sila
Yeah.
so ninaog na lang sila.
So that's part of the the scam.
Kano sa ni hitabo? What year was this? Bago lang ni siya, dugay na.
Last year man ata.
Last year ni siya, okay.
Last year.
So the experience happened inside a jeepney.
Yes.
So well that's a security issue, but
Yeah,
that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about walking. Kanang paglakaw nimo na kay nabantayan nga nakitaan nga snatchan, nakawatan, na kay rason nga mahadlo ka. So far in your experience of walking,
Wala pero
okay.
nara kay nadunggan.
Nadunggan.
Mga na istorya na nadunggan nimo.
Maong mahadlok po gumulakaw
Oh,
ako ra usa.
yeah. Because this is really we have to be able to go to a place nga it's not about what you hear, it's what you're experiencing. Magod niya kanay magong what we hear sometimes murag mahadlok ta because of what we heard,
Yeah.
but not because of our personal experience,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So it would really depend.
There sometimes nana siya mura og kaning dissonance ba what reality is and what you perceive things to be. Of course, it's always nice to err on the side of caution. Mas mayan ang mas
Oh, yeah.
mas magbantay kita, di ba?
Always good to be careful.
Pero ang tinuod man gud, I feel like kanang atong security issue, it is there, it is a problem, and it is a problem not just here in Cebu but in many parts of the world. In fact, sa Paris, you hear stories about
Oh, yeah.
mga snatcher sa mga French mga snatcher po na. So it's not a problem nga ato ara ba.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I think we have to be able to temper our fear with some data ba, some facts about what's happening in the streets, and I think this conversation allows us to actually hear
Exactly.
from the people who are actually doing the walking on the
Yes.
daily, right?
Exactly. And it's interesting to see or to hear rather different opinions, no? So a couple of the students, or one of them rather, talked about how ang weather makes it uncomfortable. Mao na di siya ganahan maglakaw-lakaw sa init.
Nakabantay ko, wala mo naghisgot og kaning weather. Okay ra ninyo ang kainit or kaabog sa usahay sa kadalanan sa syudad sa Sugbo. Murag wala ko naka dungog og mention na.
Yeah.
Nga naman, okay ra ninyo, dili madara, dili kayo init.
Init
Pero okay
jud.
ra,
Madala ra,
ma-tolerate ra, di ba?
madala ra.
Kay hapon mas mo maglakaw-lakaw, di ba?
Yeah.
How about ka ng abog? Dili kayo abog, okay ra? Abog sa, di ba?
Abog yun is an issue.
So unsa man ninyo magdala magpanion sa man, magmask sa man. Magana lang.
Kamot rin ang gamitin, no? I think more for them mas pressing ang issue of safety.
Okay.
So that's why usay dili kayo ma-mention na ang kakapoy, ang kainit and ang abog. But for most of the students, I notice safety is one of the things that kanang they feel like is an issue
Absolutely.
for them.
I think
no?
that's more important than init and abog, right? Di ba? Okay
Yes,
raman ang
yes.
abog, kay abog
Okay
mahilamusa naman na.
Yes.
Kanang
Mask,
init,
pwede
kanang init, kanang
umbrella.
pwede raman na kaning maligo kay abot sa balay, di ba?
Yes, yes.
Pero kanang kung for example na kay date, pwede raman ka mag-perfume, imo lang taguan og perfume ang imong baho sa ilok, di ba?
Kana na lang, kana abot nimo sa venue, no? Yeah, but thank you so much guys for your inputs, and we're
Yeah.
so happy to have the inputs of our
Thank you,
students
guys.
from
Thank-
Southwestern University.
Masipang pakpak sa ato mga kaigsuonan sa Southwestern University.
Special thank you to Miss Val.
Yes, Miss Van.
Miss Van, rather.
Minioza, daghang salamat. It could have been, we could not have had a better bunch of guests, right?
Oh,
Kanang
yeah.
mga estudyante mismo nga maglakaw-lakaw sa
Kana.
syudad sa Sugbo, right?
Yeah.
Which is beautiful. Namoy request nga gipangayo katong kan TJ Monteverde.
Theme song daw ni nila.
Kinsa man nga theme song, ha? Kinsa ni
nagtukmut-tukmut sila.
pasabta ko nung anong theme song man na niya. Kinsa man niya?
Dinay gid siya.
Sige, go ahead.
Dili daw.
Dili. Ganahan na mo sa song. Okay.
Kung siya man.
Kung siya man by TJ Monteverde. We got you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Kung kinsa sa among duha ang piliun mong makaupo.
Funny, Anna, right?
Thank you, Miss. Thank you, sir.
Kung siya man, ha?
Kung siya man.
Siya man, ha?
Guys, you did so well.
You guys are amazing, huh?
so
Ma'am
much.
Van, your students are amazing.
Some can stay here in the back. Miss, have a seat.
Okay.
Okay. Sige, everyone's ready? Si Miss. Ay, okay. Okay, perfect. Kung ito tanan?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Sige, on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. Alright, on 3 again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Can you do me a favor, guys? Can you say 105.1 TMC, the best of us?
105.1 TMC, the best of us. Okay. 105.1 TMC, the best of us.
105.1
TMC, the best of us.
TMC, the best of us. TMC, the best of us.
TMC, the best of us. Okay.
Whatever. Okay. I think
you're the
cameraman. You got something to go?
So everyone gets
TMC, the best of us now?
3, 2, 1, let's go!
TMC, the best of us!
Alright.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Remember, ask Ma'am Van for the students program. We have a radio DJ
student program for all of you guys. So if you have a steady stream of students who join us on the year, huh? Maybe like as often as you can. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Take care of yourselves, huh? Good luck, guys. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck.
Bye. Gigi, I'll also be going ahead.
Okay, bye bye.
See you, see you. Bye, guys. Take care,
bro.
mom.
Bye bye, bro. Thank you so much. See ya, man. See ya. Take care. Take care. Okay, na mo ba? Okay, that was fun, right? Yeah,
It was.
Yeah.
To see ours at me.
I also tricked them. They thought I was working here.
Josh.
What did you say? What did you say?
I didn't say anything. They just asked me, I just answered them.
It's the season of giving, and we're giving you mega savings at Cebu Walkable Center Mega Year-End Sale. Get ready for mega discounts on everything you need for your dream space. From stylish styles to durable hardware to stunning lighting and kitchen essentials, we've got discounts you won't want to miss. Prices are slashed down across the board. 15% off on most DIY and houseware products. 20% off on all lighting fixtures. And up to 15% discount on select tiles and toilet and bath items. And there's more. Get an additional 2% off on our Sunday special. Whether you're building, renovating, or simply updating, this is the best time to get more for less. Visit any of our Sugbo and Miller Center branches in Manila, Mactan, and Macalso, Consolacion, Miglaquilia, Carcar, Toledo, and enjoy mega deals all season long. Don't miss out. Hurry and shop the Mega Year-End Sale from November 15 to December 15, 2024 and experience the joy of savings. Cebu Home and Miller Center, where your dream home comes to life. See you there. For details, check out the awesome CB84 series of 2024.
Yeah.
105 pesos in GCash. On Facebook. Wait for us on Facebook. Follow and win. Simply log on to the official Facebook page of Walkable City and Tops Media Center. Follow and win.
Tops Media Center, broadcasting from over 2,000 feet closer to heaven. And Tops, 105.1 TMC.
My presence is impressive. Talking French, I keep you guessing. Know you got a little candy crush. Be careful 'cause you never get enough. Every day, celebrate you with me. Every day, it's your birthday on repeat, birthday on repeat. If you want it sweet, sugar on the top. If you want the spice, you turn the heat up. Baby, I'm the kind of I don't know what you got. Cherry on top, cherry on top. Honey, over me, got your buzz around me. Sticky, sweet, nasty as it can be. Baby, I'm the kind of I don't know what you got. The cherry on top.
Hi, Gigi.
Take care.
You too, thank you.
I'm the cherry on top, cherry on top. rich girl. Got you clutching them pearls. Cause you know who I know why. Every day we celebrate you with me. Every day it's your birthday on repeat, birthday on repeat. Yeah. If you want the sweet, sugar on love. If you want the spice, I can turn the heat up. Baby, in the game, better know what you got. Cherry on top, cherry on top. Baby, you're a beat, got you buzzing around me. Sticky, sticky, sweet, fancy as I can be. Baby, in the game, better know what you got. I'm the cherry on top, cherry on top. C-H-E-R-R-Y. Good ingredients are hard to find. C-H-E-R-R-Y. There's no going back, no, once you try. If you want it sweet, sugar on love. If you want it spice, I can turn the heat up. Baby, in the game, better know what you got. Cherry on top, cherry on top. Baby, you're a beat, got you buzzing around me. Sticky, sticky, sweet, fancy as it can be. Baby, in the game, better know what you got. I'm the cherry on top, cherry on top. C-H-E-R-R-Y. Good ingredients are hard to find.
You are listening to the best of Cebu music from the old
You go to the
to the new.
Hello?
105.1 TMC, the best of us.
Ah. Okay, okay. Now, duty pa ko. Sasyon pa ko. Sige, sige. Sige, sige.
And my name is Justine Argus.
And our topic for today is decided by Sugbo.
And my name is Justine Argus.
And our topic for today is decided by Sugbo
Is Cebu ever gonna be a walkable city?
Matakapit mo sa lawas ko, igaling man. Wag ko na kuryente, mangyag ko na kuryente, mangyag ko. Matakiyas lawas mo, ganahan, mangyag ko, ganahan, mangyag ko, ganahan, mangyag ko. Matakapit mo sa lawas ko, igaling man. Wag ko na kuryente, mangyag ko na kuryente, mangyag ko. Baile, baile, oh, oh, oh. Baile, baile, oh, oh, oh. Baile, baile, oh, oh, oh. Baile, baile.
You're a beautiful sunrise. You make my day so bright. Your smile is contagious. Sa such a cute surprise. You get a new way, get a new way, get a new way. Life isn't so bad. You would get a new way, get a new way, get a new way. Such a good vibe. Your smile is so cute, baby. You don't need a thing to be free. Such an inspiration, baby. More than anything to be. La 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 la. La 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 la. A beautiful sunrise. You are not a coffee. It wakes me up so fast. All I need is a morning kiss that makes my heart sing. We got it away, we got it away. Life isn't so bad. Yeah, we got it away, we got it away, we got it away. Such a good vibe. Your smile is so cute, baby. You don't need a thing to be free. Such an inspiration, baby. More than anything to be. La 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 la. La 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 la. A beautiful sunrise to me. Your smile is so cute, baby. You don't need a thing to be free. Such an inspiration, baby. More than anything to be. La 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 la.
Finally, Mix has found a home. 105.1 TMC, the best of us.
It's the season of giving, and we're giving you mega savings at Sugbo Walkable Center. Mega year-end sale. Get ready for mega discounts on everything you need for your dream space. From stylish styles to durable hardware to stunning lighting and kitchen essentials, we've got discounts you won't want to miss. Prices are slashed down across the board. 15% off on most DIY and houseware products. 20% off on all lighting fixtures. And up to 15% discount on select tiles and toilet and bath items. And there's more. Get an additional 2% off on our Sunday special. Whether you're building, renovating, or simply updating, this is the best time to get more for less. Visit any of our Cebu Home and Builder Center branches in Manila, Mactan, and Macalso, Consolacion, Miglagiria, Carcar, Toledo, and enjoy mega deals all season long. Don't miss out. Hurry and shop the mega year-end sale from November 15 to December 15, 2024, and experience the joy of savings. Cebu Home and Builder Center, where your dream home comes to life. See you there. For DTI Fair Trade Permit number R7, CEB 884, series of 2024.
Your Cebu mornings just got more real. Real local talk.
You're listening to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Sugar Juice. Right across me is Justine Narbios.
Real local music. Real close to home. Top of the morning with JD and Justine. Coming to Friday, 8 in the morning, 12. Top only on 105.1.
Mingaw na bro, mingaw na.
Sikot, hawak, kung ang sakit sa lutahan kanunay na usa ka palasanon di mailhan ka na sa arthritis o joint deterioration nasagaran kung magkailan na ka kinahanglan kini og kusog ug maglahutay aron makaduli mahimo ka na ni Artrisin. May under-nature type 2 collagen at methyl sulfonyl methane na makatabang sa pagpanalikod sa hiniusang kahimsog sa atong lutahan. Make the right move. Inuba ang Artrisin adlaw-adlaw. Dili ka sa nasod, importante ka pahinumdum ang artist hindi sa katapal o dili angay gamiton sa pantambal sa bisan usang matang sa sakit.
Look at the edamame, karaage, kushikatsu, tempura, konpeyaki, gyoza, amiyaki, kashi, potato! Okasoba, magurudon, yakisoba, okonomiyaki, sukiyaki, gyudon. Potato! Takoyaki, hayashi, sobameshi, butadon, sushi, waramiboshi, hiyashi ame. Potato! All the best dishes from Japan, all originally from Japan. Potato!
Kada adlaw pagbantay kay manghatag mihog 105 pesos in GCash. Just log on to Top Media Center on Facebook. Wait for a surprise post for the instructions. Follow and win 105 pesos. Simply log on to the official Facebook page of 105.1 TMC and Top Media Center. Follow and win.